I'm back. Welcome back to the Angry Man Podcast with Jason and Greg. Um, Let me start off by it looks like my camera's lagging a little bit. I don't know what's going on now. Okay, I'm a little better now. I'm a little better. But yeah, I actually been doing some technical work in here and found out that I was missing a part that's gonna end up coming tomorrow, trying to make things in here better for y'all so that it's a lot crisper. But yeah, looks a little glitchy right now. I don't know what's going on, man. Cause it's not happening right there. So there's a link issue here. My apologies for that. I don't know what's going on there. Let me see something here real quick. What's going on there? All right, we're gonna hope that it gets better, and then we'll go from there. Cause it looks like I'm glitching a little bit. Do you guys see that? Does it look like my camera's glitching a little bit? Victor Conte isn't a part of VADA. What are you talking about, man? I don't need what is Victor Conte? I don't remember. Am I talking about Victor Conte today? I don't recall that being the case. Juice Lee calls this the Bud News Network. Guess what? I'm not even mad about that, Juice Lee. Welcome back to the channel, my friend. I love you, Juice Lee. Let's dive into what we got. But before we dive into what we got today, I want to make sure that I thank some special individuals that support the channel. So first and foremost, thank you, Barbara D. I appreciate that. First and foremost, I want to say, shout out to Rock Dog Studios. It is no longer Rock Dog Interactive. It's Rock Dog Studios. Okay. They support the channel. They do a lot of things for us here at AM Sports Media. So you guys just show love to them. I really appreciate the work that they've done for us. And then Nadaj Vodka, www.nadajvodka.com is the best tasting African-American owned vodka that's currently out there. You guys need to go and buy a bottle, man. Go buy a bottle. How many people have bought a bottle of Nadaj Vodka? Since you've been on this channel, you guys have heard me mention Nadaj Vodka several times. I know many of you who patron this channel are African American. You got a guy that's an African American that owns a vodka company. How many of y'all have gone out there and bought a bottle of Nadaj Vodka? Go buy a bottle, man. It's not like you getting something. It's not like you giving your money away for free, man. You're getting one of the best tasting vodkas out there. Go buy a bottle of Nadaj Vodka. Because the way that when you support them, the way you support me, you're supporting them. Okay, so make sure you do that. All right. We got 41 people in the building, but we only got 18 likes. So make sure you actually 49. Now smash the like button so other people can find the content. We need you to smash the like button. Get the likes up. Get the likes up, good people. Get the likes up. I'm gonna start playing what I hadn't been playing in a while. I had gotten away from this. I'm gonna start back.
Get the likes up, man. Come on, man. Support the channel. Support the grind.
Let's go, man. Get the likes up, man. Support the channel. Support the grind. You see, Jason is not here today. You know what I'm saying? He home. He sent me a message talking about his tummy hurt. My tummy hurt today, Greg. Can you handle business like you normally do? I said, of course I can, Jason. That's all I do is handle business. Sit down, stay home like the little bitch that you are. Okay? And I'll handle business. You can come on back tomorrow when your tummy not hurting, man. I told y'all, man, he's Scottie Pippen, man. Y'all remember when Scottie Pippen had the migraine headache in Game 7 against the Pistons? That's Jason. That's Jason. When the pressure on, Jason folds like a folding chair. He knew I was going to shit on him today. I told him well wishes, but he should have known I was going to shit on him as soon as he told me that. All right, man. What's going on? Let me see who all in the chat right now. So we got Barbara D, my girl in the building. Barbara D, appreciate you, Barbara D. Barbara D has been following this channel, I think, since we started the channel or very close to it. And it's been a member for the longest, man. We really appreciate you, Barbara D, and everything you do for the channel. Shout out to my girl, 2 Cents. I'm so incredibly proud of 2 Cent and everything that she's accomplishing on her channel. I think she's up to like maybe 12 or 1300 subscribers. And I don't think you guys know how difficult this YouTube space is. I mean, it's very competitive. It's very difficult. There's a lot of boxing channels that are out there. And the fact that she's been able to matriculate this organization or this kind of industry, if you will, as a lady, I think is incredibly impressive. And she's just impressive in general. So shout out to 2 Cent. All Things is in the building. Skills from New Orleans. What's going on? Drunk Irishman. What's happening with you? Juice Lee, my guy's in the building. Been trolling me since the early days. Juice Lee been trolling me for 2 years. And still trolling me. Just keep trolling. Shout out to Marquis. All Things, TY, Electric App, Agitator. Thought that was Alligator at first. The Butcher, what's going on with you? All right, man. Let's jump into it. You know what? Actually, I think I got the wrong lineup up here. Do I have the wrong lineup? I think I do. Yeah, I do. Here we go. We starting with Gervonta Davis today. Yeah. I'll pin the name of it right now. The name of it is this. And here's the website. That's who you need to go. Now don't leave right now to go get it now. You can't leave to go get it right now. You can go later. All right, let's jump into it. So, friend of the show, Tim Bradley. Shout out to Tim Bradley. Tim has been making some interesting comments lately, and there's going to be another Tim Bradley comment that we're going to get into later on in the show. But Tim Bradley has been making some interesting comments. And, Fabrizio, what's going on, man? What's going on? I ain't know my boy was in the building. Shout out to my boy Fabrizio. I just saw you in there. I think I said Jason Williams, too. If I didn't, my apologies, Jason Williams. I should have gave you some love. But, Tim Bradley used to be a guy for me personally that I felt that, didn't always necessarily keep it real. I thought to a certain extent, Tim Bradley was, an advocate for ESPN. I mean, at the end of the day, essentially, it's no different than what we used to see from HBO and their commentators. I thought Tim Bradley was doing the same thing. And, I think he appeared on our channel, like during a live stream, like two or maybe 3 times. So his opinions have, one thing I like about Tim Bradley that it is very similar to myself is that I personally do not care about if you have an opinion that's different from mine. I could care less. Shout out to Marquis. Can Creole get a wrench? Creole the Traveler. Yeah, Creole's been around for a long time. Yeah, you've been around for a long time, Creole. You've been hit with the wrench. He's just like me in that regards. I really do not care if someone disagrees with my opinion. I actually do not care if someone trolls me. It doesn't really bother me one way or the other. I could care less. My thing is I like for intelligent arguments. And if you're trolling me, make it funny. Don't make it personal. Don't make it something where you're trying to be bitter. You're like a bitter bitch. So there's a lot of bitter bitches in boxing right now. And it's so interesting because they're all men. Bunch of bitter bitches, bitter bitch ass men. And so don't go down that path. And as long as you don't go down that path, man, we good. I actually showed up on what's the kid's channel? Tim be on his channel a lot. What's dude's name? Coach Malachi. I went to his channel, man, and showed him love. Because although I disagree with everything that he does, everything that he says, doesn't mean that I dislike him as a person. We just have disagreements about boxing. It's not personal. And so I respect Tim Bradley because he's like that. Now, some of his positions, in my opinion, have shifted a little bit since he left Top Rank. This is just my personal opinion. And now he's making comments about Gervonta Tank Davis. Let me see what my girl 2 Cents said. Jason Williams, trust me, a good. Absolutely, Greg, a bunch of bitter bitch ass niggas. Oh, no, yeah. Facts, a bunch of bitter bitches. Oh, my dude, Shelton Moore is in the building. Yeah, that's how I feel. Shelton Moore, there are a bunch of bitter bitch ass dudes. Did I say nigga? I don't know if I said bitter bitch ass niggas, but I mean it's appropriate. So anyway, he's been talking about Tank here for a little bit, and he talked about, I think there's always been a rub between himself and Tank for whatever reason. I do partially believe that it was, due to his affiliation with Top Rank, and Top Rank being on ESPN. That's my personal opinion. But I feel like lately, since Tim Bradley's been able to step back from that, I think he's been given, balanced perspectives, ones that he can back up with logic. And so I have no issue with it. And he stated that Gervonta Davis is a Hall of Famer. Now, we've been talking about Gervonta Davis's resume for quite some time, and he gets a lot of slack for his resume. And I've been stating this for a while, and I think Jason has said the same. It's like, guys, how is it that Gervonta Davis's resume is so terrible? He has former world champions on his resume, or current world champions, rather, on his resume. Tank's resume is solid. Tank's resume is solid. Now, I have a very high threshold as it relates to Hall of Fame. And so there's a lot of people that wouldn't be in the Hall of Fame if it were me. But if you base it off of the criteria that we see today, yeah, Tank would be in the Hall of Fame for sure. The only people that have better resumes right now in and around his weight class I can't even say in and around his weight class right now, because really, technically, if you look at the latest training video from Devin Haney, he's a 175 pounder. I mean, he's a light heavyweight, bruh. So, but outside of, Devin, I mean, Shakur's resume isn't stellar. But Shakur gets so much love for his resume. I'm trying to understand how and why. How is it possible? Why is it that Shakur Stevenson gets so much love for his resume? I mean, he just gets love as like he's just that dude. And I can't figure out why, because it doesn't necessarily come from who he's fought. And I'm not saying he's not a great fighter. Shout out to Tunnel Vision. Hit me with the $5. Bradley's bum ass is just vying for a job. He's clearly understood previously that he was talking out of his tail, and Crawford getting put in the dirt. Ooh. Boy, I love when my boy Tunnel Vision comes to the building, because he keeps it real and he hits you with that hard fact. Now, let me back up. I'm talking about the part where he says he's going to put Crawford in the dirt. The rest of it, I'm not agreeing with. Tim's good. Tim's good in my eyes. Tim Bradley is good in my eyes. But yeah, I just feel like when you think about Shakur Stevenson, I think he's a great young fighter. Don't get me wrong. I think he got a lot of skills. I need to preface my comments by saying that, because everything that I say, I'm a hater. No matter if I give a fighter superlatives or not, I'm a hater. This is the Bud News Channel, according to Juice Lee. But I just think that there isn't enough evidence in regards to Shakur Stevenson to say that he is like this elite fighter. Like, I knew the outcome of the Zepeda fight before the Zepeda fight happened. I knew it. We all knew the outcome, man. I wasn't surprised. All this stuff. I was surprised that he stood in the pocket. It was incredible. I couldn't believe what I saw from Shakur Stevenson. Man, I mean, good God, what a performance. Stop it, man. Stop it. It was nothing like that. Shout out to my girl, 2 Cent, who's been a member of my channel for 13 months. I appreciate you. What are we talking about here? It was a good performance, but it seems like if you are affiliated with a certain fighter, I'm not going to say who, but 2 Cents refers to them as Johnson bouncers. If you are aligned with a certain fighter, you get the benefit of the doubt regardless. And that's crazy to me. And maybe he is exactly what everybody says he is. But as it stands right now, I just don't see enough proof to say that he is. Right? To say that he just goes in there and he whoops Tank. I don't get that. But I like the fact that Tim Bradley is giving Gervonta Davis the appropriate love that he should get. The other thing that I like that he said, and this was an update that he said, I think it was sometime today maybe, but he talked about the fact that your impact on the sport matters. Yes, guys. Yes. Your impact on the sport matters. It's important, right? It's just like Michael Jordan making the game global. The Nike brand, the impact that he had on kids. That's what makes him the GOAT. That's part of what makes him the GOAT, outside of being one of the most dominant players we've ever seen. Your impact on the game matters. There's a reason why everybody's calling Tank's name. If he's a bum, then why you want to fight him? It is what it is, man. So I appreciate the love that he gave Tank. I think it was a solid take. It's the same take that I've had for quite some time. So salute to Tim Bradley for that take, and giving Tank his proper flowers, because the man is a damn good fighter. Now, before we go on to the next one, let me go ahead and hit you with this. I wonder if Blue Blood might try to sue me if I keep using this.
Need y'all get the likes up, man. Come on, man. Support the channel, support the grind.
Let's go, man. Let's go, man. Let's go, man. Come on, let's go. Let me play a few for the contributions that's been given. Yeah. Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. Let's see who else in the building. It seems like a few people that jumped in. Nick Lewis is in the building. Drunk Irishman. What's going on with your fam? Santos, my boy Santos is in the building. Shout out to Santos. Yeah. Smash the like button, guys. We got 74 people in the building, but only 34 likes. We got to get the likes up, man. We got to get people to find this content, man. AL Sports Media trying to get to 30,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And if Terence Crawford gets put in the dirt, I can tell you right now, we're going to jump by 5,000 subs immediately. Immediately, because I'm going to have all you bitches crying. Either you're going to be laughing or you're going to be crying. Because when you come by here, it's gonna be jokes galore. I'm going to be shooting the motherfuckers off like I got a Gatling gun. Videos gonna be dropping every day. I'm talking about 5. It's gonna feel like No Limit albums. 5 videos a day. He better not go in the dirt. He better not go in the dirt. We got a little over a month. He better not go in the dirt. I saw something interesting. This is not one of my topics, but I do want to let me go off on a tangent here. I saw Kelly Pavlik. Shout out to Kelly Pavlik. Do you guys remember Kelly Pavlik? The guy that knocked out Jermaine Taylor, beat him twice. I knew he was going to beat Jermaine Taylor, and I also knew he was going to lose to Bernard Hopkins. He was tailor-made for Bernard Hopkins. Creole the Traveler, hit us with the $5. Keep up the good work. Appreciate you, fam. Oh, let me hit you with something, man. Yeah, appreciate you, fam. But he was talking about Terence Crawford and what Terence Crawford needed to do when he moved up and faced Canelo Alvarez. And I thought it was an interesting perspective and actually well thought out. I thought it was a good analysis of, or a good strategy for Terence Crawford. I think it was just missing one component, though. He said if he was Terence Crawford, with the skills that we know Terence Crawford has, he would actually press Canelo early. And to me, it feels like Bernie the Boxer has alluded to this in the past. Shout out to Bernie the Boxer. I've invited him to the show, but he doesn't want to come on the show because he believes that, I don't know what he believes, honestly. I think he thinks I'm going to try to get at him, but that's not who we don't try to get at people on our show, right? I'm not going to bring you on the panel and try to make you look like a fool or nothing like that. That's not who I am. I'm going to give you the floor for you to tell the people what it is that you think about a situation. Now, may you be challenged? Yeah, I might challenge you. Yeah, but it won't be disrespectful. But Bernie has refused to come on the show. I've reached out to him directly. I've reached out to his people. He's like, no, I'm not going to come. He just come in the comment section and make little comments. I'm not going to come. All right, Bernie. But they alluded to this a little bit that, potentially Terence Crawford could actually press Canelo Alvarez. And what Kelly Pavlik was saying was that if it were him, he would press him the first few rounds and try to get him behind on the scorecards to force him in rounds 4, 5, and 6 to really have to put his foot on the gas to try to catch up. By the time he does that, he will have expended a lot of energy, and then Terence Crawford can pick up the pace in rounds 7 through 12 because Canelo Alvarez historically has gassed in those rounds, particularly against Triple G and Bivol, right? So I thought that was interesting. And I'm like, man, that's not a bad strategy. However, the problem with that strategy is we are not accounting for what deficiencies Terence Crawford may have as he moves up in weight. That's the problem. The assumption by everybody is that you can take Terence Crawford from 47 and simply take him over and drop him at 68. And he's the same dude. Ladies and gentlemen, it does not work like that. Kelly Pavlik, it does not work like that. You have to take into consideration the deficiencies that Terence Crawford has. Meaning, Terence Crawford with the extra 20 pounds, how will he respond to that incremental weight? In theory, you would expect a slight decline in his ability, in his endurance, right? You would expect that. He won't be able to press at the same rate he did at 47 and 54. It's impossible. And I know a lot of people get so angry with Greg. They're like, oh, man, you fucking hater. I hate your guts. Who are you? Terence Crawford got the best trainers in the world in his corner. He got some of the best strength and conditioning people. Who are you? You don't know nothing. And compared to them, you are right. I don't know anything. But here's what I do know. Body physiology works in a specific way. You cannot gain a shit ton of weight and then expect to perform at the same level you did at a previous weight unless you're still a kid that's growing and you're growing into your weight. Terence Crawford is a grown-ass man who's 38 years old or will be 38 or close to 38 when he goes into the ring with Canelo Alvarez. It does not work like that. I don't give a shit what kind of trainers you got. You can have the best world-class trainers on earth and they'll be able to get you in the best absolute condition. But there's a reason why steroids exist. They exist so that you can defy what your body is normally capable of. That's the reason why people take them. I'm not saying that Terence Crawford is taking them. I'm just telling you, if it was just that simple to train, because I don't understand this. For some reason, rules don't apply to Terence Crawford. If it was just that simple to train your body, you can just gain weight, train your body for endurance, speed, and power. Then why don't we see guys move up from 110 to heavyweight? Shit, that's all you got to do. We got the best trainers in the world. Just do that. There's a reason why performance-enhancing drugs exist, and it's to defy what is normally possible based off of physiology, right? That's why. So let's stop there. But yeah, I thought it was an interesting strategy by Kelly Pavlik. Shout out to Mr. Kelly Pavlik. All right, man. What's the next topic? I know I diverted there. Let's go to Keyshawn. Mr. Keyshawn. Keyshawn, we're live here recently. We got 95 people in the building, but 38 likes. Come on, man. Let's smash the like button. Come on, man.
I need more room, guys.
Come on, what are we doing here?
Where we at? Right here?
It can't be that many dislikes. Smash the like button or the dislike button. I don't care which one you smash, but you need to smash one of them. Smash the like button. Let's go, fam.
I'm not gonna touch him.
Let's go.
Need y'all get the lights up, man. Come on, man. Support the channel, support the grind.
Man, what I gotta do? I gotta do what Blue Blood used to do and just stop the live and say he's not going on anymore. Just stop. No, I ain't going.
Where we at? Right here?
Come on, man. Smash the like button. Literally, it's right there. Use your thumb. Smash the like button. Come on, let's go.
I'm not gonna touch him. I'm not gonna touch him.
All right. Keyshawn Davis. This is actually one I pulled this. This topic was originally for Jason. I was going. This is going to solely Jason's topic. But as I mentioned before, he's at home with his tummy hurting. So I will do as best I can because I didn't see this entire video. I just saw a little bit of it. King Art, what's going on, man? Haven't seen you in a while. Welcome back. Richard Paris in the building. What's going on? Fahim Sadiq Sator. What's going on? Oh, my God, Band Up's in the building. What's up, Band Up? Keyshawn just surfaced recently. Mentioned that he had been, out of pocket for like 2 months or so. And talked a little bit about, you know, his embarrassment, apologized to his fans, talked a little bit about leaning on him, leaning on his family during that difficult time, and and I didn't hear this one. Shout out to Bruce Gas. Bruce Gas Boxing is in the building. Salute. And I didn't hear this part, but supposedly hinted at retirement. Again, this is supposed to be Jason's segment, so I didn't get the opportunity to see the entire video. My thoughts on this very quickly, and we'll move on to the next.
I'm not gonna touch him.
I got a lot of love for Keyshawn. People think we hate Keyshawn too, for whatever reason. And I don't understand why people think we dislike Keyshawn. I've actually been on record stating that I like Keyshawn's swag. I like how Keyshawn fight. I like how Keyshawn talk. There was only a couple of instances where I felt like, Keyshawn was double talking. He was starting to go down the path of his big brother. His big brothers. And I'm like, man, don't go down that path, man. Continue to be what you are, and you'll get a lot of respect, not only from people that are, loving that side, but also on sides that people, the other side as well. So I got love for Keyshawn, man, and I really respect the fact that he admitted that he was wrong. Double audio going. My audio is doubling. Oh, sorry. Hold on.
I'm not gonna touch him.
I got you. Audio should be gone. Is that audio gone? That audio should be gone now, right? Give me the thumbs up if that audio's gone. All right, my bad. And just let me know if there's any other audio that's going at any point. But yeah, I got a lot of love and respect for Keyshawn because I just feel like he's a stand-up dude. He owned that situation. We all screw up. He owned the situation as being wrong. Of course, you're gonna get trolled. We get trolled here at AM Sports Media. They troll the shit out of me, y'all. Y'all can imagine. They troll the hell out of me. Jason Williams trolled me every week. As a matter of fact, Jason Williams trolled me every week, all week. As a matter of fact, Jason Williams has been trolling me all week, every week since 2021. This motherfucker never stops, bruh. But anyway, you're gonna get that. He came in, he owned up to it, and that's what men do, so I respect him for that. Any hints towards retirement? Nah, man. Kid, you like, what is Keyshawn, 24, 25? All that talk of retirement or hint towards retirement, if he did that, I didn't get the opportunity to see it, but if he did that, it's foolish. We all make mistakes. I remember when I was 24, 25, I was making all kind of mistakes. And I make mistakes today as well. Not as many mistakes as I made back then. But still, I make mistakes. So there's no reason to hint towards retirement. He's a solid dude. He just need to get back in the ring and make sure he gets busy. So those are my thoughts on Keyshawn Davis. Can't wait to see him get back in the ring. Let me see what's going on in the comment section. Let's see. So I got the video taken care of. Yeah, Jason Williams is the biggest troll on earth, man. He's a troll. Greg sounding like a real one today. He must be cold. Nah, I've always liked Keyshawn. What are you talking about? I've always been a fan of Keyshawn. I like Keyshawn. I say a lot of good stuff about a lot of fighters. Y'all just don't listen to the good stuff. You only listen to the negative stuff. I'm very balanced, dude. I'm one of the most balanced voices in boxing right now. People keep telling me I'm one of the biggest voices in boxing right now. I don't believe that though. But because I don't see that on like X or whatever. People don't reach out to me on X. So I don't really believe that. But certainly we making a way. And yeah. But anyway, I need y'all to smash the like button, man. 84 people in the building. 45 likes. We need to smash the like button. Smash the like button. Let's go, man. Smash the like button so other people can find this content. We need to get it up to at least 100 likes, man. Come on. I mean, it was only 83 people in the building. We need to get it up to at least 83 likes. Like, we have 46 likes right now. Like, how is that even possible? Like, come on, man. Smashing the like button is free. Smashing the like button is free. Because I'm going to tell y'all, man, Jason really told me, he was like, man, yeah, my stomach hurt a little bit, man, but, man, these niggas won't even smash the like button, bro. I don't even feel like doing it today. That's what he told me. I said, hey, man, listen, I'm going to go ahead and be with the people, man. I know that you're an elitist, Jason. That's how you feel. You're an elitist. I understand that. People think I'm an elitist, but in reality, you're the elitist. They don't really understand what's happening behind the scene. But smash the like button so other people can find this content so we can lure Jason back to the channel. Because right now, he's sitting at home pretending that his tummy's hurting. In reality, we know that that's not the truth. All right, so what's my next topic, man? What is my next topic? Now, this is one that's interesting. I'm going to need for you guys to help me out on this one as well. Because I've seen a couple of different things, and I couldn't necessarily find. Jason, actually, this was another one that Jason was supposed to lean in on, but he's not here right now. Now, hold on, let me see. Shoni, Greg, at what point did you think something was wrong with Errol? He looked way different physically to when he fought Ugas. So I'm going to answer that question real quick, and then I'm going to jump into the topic. I did not see Errol prior to the fight. Like the whole thing that everybody was talking about he looked high. I didn't see that. It was literally the first round. I came in probably with like 1 minute and 20 seconds or something like that left in the first round. When I walked back in, because I had to go, I never forget this, I had to go upstairs and get my kids into bed. And so when I came back down, the fight had already started. But it was the first round, and I just looked at Errol and just his coordination. He looked off from me like first. I was like, and again, I was not at the computer. I did not see the interview. I did not see any comments. I saw nothing. Walking in first round, I was like, man, he looks off. Like something doesn't look quite right with him. Like his balance looked off. He didn't look good. And so that was the first time to me he didn't look like himself. A lot of people were talking about Terence Crawford snacking, all this other stuff. Terence Crawford did not look extraordinary in that fight to me. That's my opinion. If you feel differently about it, I mean, you're entitled to feel differently about it. He did not look extraordinary to me. He like saying Terence Crawford. It was Errol that looked like his coordination was like terrible. And I think it was it Jason Williams that told me, that mentioned during the fight camp week that they were doing pass, he and Derek James. And Derek James did something like basically hit him in the. Jason Williams, was that you that told me that? I think that was you that said that. I think it was you. Maybe I'm wrong, but I thought that was you. But anyway, that was the first time. All right. So I'm going to need assistance here because I've seen two different things here. And so I'm not sure exactly which one is correct. Did Terence Crawford release his VADA results? Or was his VADA results leaked? Did he release his VADA results, or did his VADA results get leaked? I gotta understand that question before I go into what I need to say in regards to this one. Jason Williams, when it was all over, I answered questions in the comment section until 4 a.m. in the morning. And then I went to bed, got back up and did a live stream at 9 o'clock. I do not cry about grown men losing. Happens. What was it? Okay, Victor released them from my knowledge. So was it Victor Conte that released them? Victor Conte put the doctor results out. Okay. So I saw that bit of controversies, whether or not the results were real or fake. Oh, so that's why the person asked me about Victor Conte and whether or not he was tied to VADA. That was the reason why the comment was made when the show started. Okay. Now that makes sense. All right. How did Victor Conte get VADA results? That's a great question. I don't know because I don't know what the protocol is relative to VADA testing. As I understand it, Victor Conte is not a part of VADA. He did not start VADA. And that would be a gross, and I mean gross, conflict of interest. A absolute gross conflict of interest. You cannot be providing sports supplements and then also be a part of the agency that tests. That is just, you cannot do that. And I would be surprised if that some way, shape, or form exists. And I know in boxing, there are so many myths and so many conspiracy theories that do not exist. And I know for a fact that they don't exist, some of them. But in a situation like that, if that were the case, that would be a terrible, terrible conflict of interest, a gross conflict of interest. And that would be interesting. Now, I don't know what the protocol is in regards to VADA. Hold up. Dude, can't you get VADA testing results from VADA's website? Because I think I did that before. Hold on. Because I think I did that before. Let me see now. Let me see. VADA testing. Hey, do you guys mind if I share my screen with you all to see if this is something that actually is possible to do? Like, I don't want to bore you all. So if this is boring, let me know. But I'm thinking, I should be able to go to their website, right, and see if I can get the results. So can I do that, guys? Can I do that live here? Let's do that live here and see what happens. I'm going to share my screen here real quick if you guys don't mind. Oh my God, I love doing stuff like this. I do. I really do. So here's can you guys see my screen? Let me know if you can see my screen. The good people in the chat, please let me know if you can see my screen. TY, you're right. It's okay to be wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I have no issue with that. I have no issue with being wrong. It's impossible to be right in every situation. Can you guys see my screen? Just checking. Okay, got it. Thank you, Witness City Assassin. All right, so let me go to VADA. All right, so by VADA. So first of all, I'm gonna go by VADA. Okay, let's go by VADA. By VADA, professional, perhaps. I don't see what they say to start it. Okay, fighters. All right, so we got a lot of the biggest names in the sport here. So let's see who we can find. Terence Bud Crawford. I mean, it would be nice if they had a search feature. Why isn't there a search feature, dude? This sucks, man. This format sucks. Man, where's Budrick Crawford? Hold on, let me just do a screen. Crawford. Okay, there's Budrick Crawford right there. Congratulations, Terence Crawford VADA, October 2022. October 22nd, 2020. My apologies. It's the bourbon. All right, so let's see. So I thought that there was a area where you could see. Thought I saw that somewhere, but right now I do not see that. Let's see if we go to another fighter. Let's click on this guy. VADA since June 20. Okay. Bios. See something. I'm trying to find Victor Conte, but I don't see him. Where's Victor Conte, guys? He's a shadow owner, right? I think he's the shadow owner. Yeah, that's it. Fuck you, Ryan. Just so that you're aware. I want you to know that I saw what that you put there, so I just wanted to say, Fuck you real quick. All right. Let me see. Can I scroll to the right? Why can't I scroll to the right? What is this over here? Hold on, guys. Let me do this. There we go. I can see better now. You guys should be able to see it better now as well. Videos, contact forms, policy, media, news, affiliates, fighters, bios, blah, blah. Now, I don't see anything that would actually give you the results. Wow, Devin Haney is the only one that's in 24/7, 365. Congratulations to Devin Haney. Clearly a clean fighter. No, so I don't see anything here that could give you that. So, I mean, yeah. So I would say that that's pretty interesting. Conflict of interest policy. Let's see. Any director, principal officer, or member of the committee and governing board, delegated powers who has been directed or indirect financial interest has defined below his interest. Okay. So financial interest. Okay. So let's write here, Conte. Just curious. Oh, I thought I was going to find something, but it's actually contemplating. Let's see if Conte comes up anywhere. Nope, no Conte. All right. Sorry, that was a different screen. We're about policy, specimen collections and procedures, vital results. I'm trying to see what their statements are about managing of testing results. Okay, review of results. All laboratory advice upon receipt of a sample at first. So this is kind of what happens when you find something. VADA may send results or to facts, VADA records, keep submit appropriate information for suspension. VADA send results of adverse findings, violation of VADA policy. Yeah, I would say this, man. I'm looking at some of the stuff. It's popping up on different windows. I'll say this. Based off what I'm seeing on the website, I don't understand why Victor Conte would have the results. That looks funky. And I would need to do some additional research to figure out how would he get that. Let's see one more thing. I'm going to do one more thing to see if I can see where can you find VADA testing results. Okay, it says the website. Okay, it does give you, hey, that someone has passed through his June 2024 bout. So it tells you through the bout, but it doesn't appear that it gives you updated VADA information. Yeah, so I don't know how he got it. You would think that VADA wouldn't simply release information like that to just somebody who's, someone, I mean, I know he has a relationship with those people, but you wouldn't think that he would just release stuff like that. So, I mean, it's interesting. It's different. Hold on. Somebody just sent me some here. Shout out to my boy who's assisting me here. Let me see what he sent me. Yep. Yeah, I see what you sent me, but this doesn't actually give you like the document that Victor Conte had. Victor Conte had literally the document of the findings. Hold on, somebody sent me something. They sent me something. It just said it's just yeah, exactly. So it doesn't show like the actual document. So again, I don't know how he got it. He shouldn't have it. Man, that's fair, guys. I mean, wow. That's why I've been saying for a long time. I think WADA is the standard, right? World Anti-Doping Agency, but I don't think they actually carry out testing. So then you will want someone who is WADA compliant. I would go with USADA, in my opinion. VADA is just, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's interesting for sure. Why is Victor Conte releasing Terence Crawford's VADA test? For what? What is the point of that? Can someone explain to me? And when I say someone, I mean a Terence Crawford Johnson bouncer. Okay, hold on. Jason just woke up, so his tummy's no longer hurting. So let's see. Check the date of the document. It's headline as sent in 2024, but shows Bud tested in 2025. Oh, that's the problem. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Really? That's the issue? Because I have been seeing the VADA test stuff posted out there for a while, but I did not realize that was the issue. Wow. So let me state something very quickly here, because I want to make sure that I preface my comments by saying this, because I know there's going to be a lot of people that are going to take this out of context. I am in no way, shape, or form saying that Terence Crawford now is guilty of anything. However, what I am saying is that why is Victor Conte, who is simply someone who is providing supplements to Terence Crawford, why is he posting VADA June 23rd, 2020? Boy, Jason is throwing some layups here, man. Way to go, Jason. The boy Tommy hurting, but he good now. Terence Crawford, June 13, 2025, negative, but was sent June 23rd, 2024. Dear Terence, this letter is to advise you that one or more of your collected specimens have been analyzed for performance-enhancing drugs through the Voluntary Anti-Doping Association VADA program. Analyzed date listed below has been completed. So either someone made a terrible error, which is possible, or this is fake. Fuck you too, Jason. I don't know why Jason's sending me messages saying fuck me. Like, what is his problem? Errors do happen, but then that would also suggest still. So let's say error happened, but the results are legitimate. That would still suggest that VADA is not as thorough as people would like. If you are an anti-doping association, your process and protocol has to be impeccable. You don't want any errors anywhere. That's like being in finance and accounting, which coincidentally I'm in. And you can't have errors anywhere in your information. And so this does erode the confidence in VADA regardless. I paint me a skeptic now. I am skeptical of VADA. Wow. I appreciate you guys for bringing this to my attention. Bud Johnson bouncers, are you out there? Can you guys explain this? Judge, the Bud Johnson bouncers, I need you to step front and center and explain this. Buttercups, where are you? That's a new term. I just saw that coming from All Things. That's a good one. Buttercups, where are you guys? I need you guys to step front and center and explain this. Band up. I know you out there. When you come on, I'm going to need for you to explain this. I'm going to need for you to explain it. It doesn't make sense. Wow. Thank you guys for that. This was something that I had planned for Jason to cover, because I hadn't had the opportunity to look at the details of it. And I saw a couple of different things out there that he had released it had been leaked. But I hadn't seen this part of it. So that's pretty interesting. Jason Williams, the same way we haven't seen a Canelo test results, why should we see a Bud test? No, that's not the question. That's not the question, Jason Williams. See, this is what I'm talking about you buddy bouncers, you buttercups, okay? That's not the question. You're getting off topic. The question is not whether or not a result should be out there and whether we should see a result or not. Why is there a result out there that's clearly inaccurate? That's the question. That's the question, okay? And why is Victor Conte the one that's releasing it? That's the question. Stay on topic, boy. You from Florida, man. You're supposed to be smarter than that. Wow. Wow. And man, I'm already at the 55-minute mark. So this is what I'm going to do. So I'm already at 55-minute mark, and I do have another topic that I want to cover, but I want to bring folks in, and we'll talk about that topic, and we'll also talk about all these other topics as well. So I love to get my girl 2 Cent in the building. You know what I'm saying? I wish I could get an all-women's panel. I've been trying to get an all-women's panel, right? Support the ladies in the sport. There is a lot of, let me pause and say something here real quick. This is a public service announcement. I want to say this. There is a lot of sexist ass men in boxing. Very sexist men. Now, I'm gonna be very transparent, and this probably not gonna be popular, right? There is a contingent of men that feel that women need to, hey man, go in there and do something else. Let the men be in the space that they're in. And to a certain degree, I can see that and align to it. I agree, right? But when I hear people like 2 Cent, when I hear people like Barbara D, they are not coming in there with their emotion. They're coming in there with logical, rational points. And you brothers can't handle it. Like if a woman is coming in there and she's making clearly an opinion that's not based in any kind of rationale or fact, and it's all based off of her emotion, get it, got it, understood. Man, why are the women in here? This is a space for men. But these women are bringing nothing but hardcore facts and logic to their argument. And I don't agree with everything 2 Cent says. So sexist ass men out there, tighten up. Tighten up. All right, let me go ahead and drop this link in the comment section because, yeah, I want you guys to join. Get your thoughts off. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Maybe some people are going to drop off the live right now because they're sexist. But, you got to show the ladies some love too, man. When the ladies coming in, they coming in with facts like these ladies are coming in. You got to give them some love. All right. Here's the link. Let me pin the link to the top. Go by Nadaz Vodka. Go by Nadaz Vodka. Rock Dog Studios in the building. Facts over fiction. Hold on. Let me see what's going on here. I need somebody just sent me something. Hold on. Let me see. Was that Buster Jason? No, that Jason said that 4 minutes ago. Jason wakes me up with a fuck you like every morning. I understand you're looking for the detail. Ooh. So my boy just sent me, I understand you're looking for detailed laboratory results rather than just confirmation that Crawford passed the test. However, based on my research, VADA, Voluntary Anti-Doping Association, does not typically make detailed test results publicly available online. Here's what's generally available versus what you're seeking, what VADA publishes, confirmation that testing was completed, whether results were clean, or if violations occurred, general statements about compliance with their testing protocols. Ooh. Damn it, man. That's dirty. That is nasty. That is nasty work, man. Nasty, nasty work. Well. It's not looking good. Not looking good. Man, I got the link up. Let me try the phone line in there too. Cause I need Bud Buddies to jump in. Where are the Bud Buddies? Let's see. Where's my phone line? Link is open. Phone lines are open. This is time for you guys to come in and voice your opinion, as you always do.
Shout out to AM Sports Media, Tim Bradley, Desert Storm in the building.
You are the only participant in the conference.
So we got the phone lines open. We got the panel open. And I'm going to start on this topic about old Terence Bud Crawford. The best fighter apparently ever on earth. So Tim Bradley made another comment here recently. He was actually talking about Errol Spence. We got somebody already in the building. Let's see. We got 617 in the building. Is this Walt? I think this might be Walt. Is this my guy Walt?
What's going on, G? What's going on?
Man, what's going on, man?
I just put it on. I only caught maybe the last 10 minutes or so, but
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking about Terence Crawford and drug testing. That's what I heard you say, right?
I'm just talking about the whole fact that the VADA testing results had been posted, and I was just allowing the people in the chat to inform me about why they had been posted, and then I realized, based off of something that Jason sent me, that the dates don't make sense, and why is Victor Conte posting results in the first place?
Yeah, that's the part where I saw I saw that picture of somebody, I think Blue Blood had it up of Crawford, like saying that he was suing Fanon or something about some VADA testing, thing. And I'm like, I was wondering too how, because I've seen Victor Conte go on Manjamada and say he doesn't have anything to do with VADA like that. Like, I think he said he's like affiliate or they talk to him. So how could he get results? Like, I don't understand that either. That how they would just give him results to post online like that if them were real results. But I mean, the pictures I'm seeing of Canelo, that's the one that they need to be tested, man. He just he's defying logic, man, right now. So I like I said last week, I don't know those fighters. They're always on something. So, and if Crawford's on something for this fight, more power to him, because I'm sure Canelo is.
I have no issue with any position that you have. Well, most of your positions I find to be well rooted in logic. I don't always agree with them, but well rooted in logic.
I'm the same way with you, because my thing with you, here's the thing, G, is you skate this line. You say that and I've heard you. I remember way back when you said Terence Crawford was the best pound for pound, but you do everything else to tear him down. And that's the part I don't get when it comes to a guy like Canelo. And I understand, like I said, I've said this a million times. You remember before the Crawford Spence fight, I thought Spence could beat him, and I was wrong. But I've always had, just like you did, had Terence #1 pound for pound. I just thought Spence would have the power to beat him in a skill set. But my thing in this fight is, if we're going on straight skill, Terence, the edge goes to him. I think you are definitely right about the size thing, because until I see it, I'm not picking this fight, because I don't know how the size is going to affect Terence in this fight. But I said this before to you. If Terence can fight and still be, I say, 90% of himself, he's going to win that fight. Because I just think Canelo at this juncture of his career is going to be winging one shot. And if Terence can, stay away from the power until like the 7th round, he should start. It should start going downhill his way, because Canelo's going to throw so many power shots that he's going to do what he always does. He's going to tire out and go from, just one shot here, one shot there. So my whole.
Can I ask you a question?
If Terence can fight smartly at the start, maybe at the first 6 rounds, maybe win 3. You know what I'm saying? Or if he does 4, then I think it'll be a wash. He'll win from 7th round on. But his whole thing is just staying away from the dirty shot to the hips and the arms, man. And I think he should win the fight.
Can I ask a question?
Yep.
Okay. And this is not to try to trap you in anything, Walt, because you're my brother in blood through FSU.
Right.
You understand that?
And my cousin was talking about them today. We both heard. Go ahead.
Here's what I don't understand about some of that logic when people say this. They tell me that Canelo Alvarez fades in the back half of the fight, correct?
Yeah, he has lately. I'm saying before he didn't, but if you watch his last maybe 10 fights, he still fights the same, but it's a lot less punches than he throws in the first.
So what?
7 rounds.
Can I ask you what fight was it that he got caught with the steroids, the tainted meat?
Oh, that was a long time ago. But can I ask you this one question?
But it wasn't 10 fights ago, right?
Taking him because Greg, they went up on him. You remember the article?
Yeah.
I mean, Mendoza said right on the thing he's gonna go up on the computer wall. And like I said to homeboy last week, I don't know if computer wall gives you any more, gives you something, but I know it's illegal. So he's still fighting with something illegal in the system. And it might not give him anything. He might just be the same guy that he is. That I've watched his whole career, and I've watched his output in the last, like I said, 6-7 years go down and go down. It's like even if the Caleb Plant could have moved, for that whole fight. If he was really in 15-round shape, he would have won that fight.
So let me ask you a question, because what we have said is that Canelo Alvarez is still on something, and that he's still on clenbuterol. Yeah. That's what you said, because they went up.
Yeah.
What I struggle to understand though is how is it that we can argue that Canelo Alvarez fades in fights, yet he's on clenbuterol, which clenbuterol, and listen to what I'm saying, is not a steroid, just like old boy said last week, and you confirmed. Yeah. But it can provide performance-enhancing benefits that may give a fighter unfair advantages, especially in cutting weight and increasing endurance. How is he on something? How can we argue? No, let me finish. How can we argue that he's on something, but then also say that he fades? It doesn't make sense.
That part I do agree, because if clenbuterol does what it says it does, it's not working for him, because he has you're right about that. He does fade in fights, man, and it's like, but if in this fight, if he's good all 12 rounds, then he's doing something, because you have to admit this, bro. In his last 7-8 fights, he doesn't have the same stamina he has at the start of fight, and no fighter does. But top level fighters usually can hold 12 rounds if they're on that level. A good 12 rounds. They might take a couple rounds off in the fight, but at least 10 of them rounds they're pristine. And I haven't seen that from Canelo. It's like the Bill fight. I mean, the Bill fight, he looked like he was done by the 3rd round. Like, it's like even in the third Triple G fight, it's like he was done, man. And by Triple G was coming on in the 7th, 8th, and 9th. Like, the 9th, 10th, 11th. Them last 4 rounds, Triple G was doing more of the work.
So here's my thing, and I don't have if Canelo Alvarez comes into the ring and goes all 12 rounds, and we see him, let's say we usually see him, and I'm just using this as an example, by round 6, he's at 70%. By the end of the fight, he's at 40%. And we see him versus Terence Crawford, and by round, let's call it 6, he looks like he's about 85% of what he usually is. And by round 12, he looks like he's around 70%. Yeah, he's juiced. He's juiced. Yeah, that's right. Probably. Let me not say he's juiced. We can question it. However, it is also fair to look at it on the flip side. If Terence Crawford moves up and has 18 pounds on him, right? And I know I got somebody else in the building. You can unmute yourself, fam, if you want to, and get into this conversation. I'm talking about Mob T's take. But if we know that Terence Crawford is moving up, let's see, he went from, I guess, 54 to 68. So that's only a 14-pound advantage. But 47, that would have been a 21-pound advantage in incremental weight. And he's doing that in a short amount of time. And Terence Crawford he increases his power by maintaining his speed, reflexes, and endurance. Can we also say that is also questionable?
But here's what I'm going to say to that, Greg. What I'm going to say to that is I watched Madrimov fight, and Terence was still Terence in the 11th to 12th round. And Madrimov did all that movement, and Terence had to counteract that.
He slowed down, though.
All the movement. But
he was not as fast.
Up to 168, I don't think he's going to be able to do that either, Greg. That's why I think he's going to have to fight smart at the start of the fight, because if he goes out there like I hear people saying and just brings it to Canelo early, he better really make some inroads in that, because if he spends all his energy, to me it's going to get tough for him. But if Canelo's got the high guard and maintaining his energy, just blocking shots, and Crawford can't hurt him, then I think once Crawford slows down, it's going to be a tough road.
Yeah, you know what's fascinating about this fight, Walt, and why I'm intrigued about the fight, at least at this point. As a boxing fan, I don't really. People are trying to make this to be a bigger fight than what it really is. It's really not. But what's intriguing about the fight for me, shout out to Here for Boxing is in the building. Definitely want to get you on in a second, bruh. But what is interesting to me about and what's intriguing about the fight is how might it play out, right? Like what, and it's all dependent upon what version of Terence Crawford shows up. I'm of the belief that there's going to be a somewhat degraded Terence Crawford that will show up, right? And I know degraded sounds like a harsh word.
That's what you're hoping for.
No, that's not what I'm hoping. Well, yeah, it's what I'm hoping for. I hope 50% of Terence Crawford shows up so he goes into the dirt. But no, in reality, I think you will see a Terence Crawford that has increased his power a bit, but you'll see the reflexes drop a little bit. You'll see the endurance drop a little bit. You'll see the speed drop a little bit. And in the Majumov fight, he was more stationary than he was before. Yeah. So you'll see it drop a little bit. And then what I would expect is a very smart Terence Crawford to figure out a way to beat Canelo Alvarez if he can take the power, right? If he can take the power, I got Crawford.
Greg, if you watch the Majumov fight, Terence didn't have to move in that fight because Majumov was doing all the moving. So he could fight the way he fought. My thing about this fight is, like you said earlier, it's not the biggest fight as everybody seems it is, because I go on the fact that Terence Crawford is an all-time great dude. I've never had Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez is benefited from the media so well. It's like, because if you look at Canelo Alvarez's career and Oscar De La Hoya's career, it's not even on the same planet as far as guys they fought, you know, and stuff like that. There's no Rocky Fieldings and Javier Durhams and Liam Smith on Oscar De La Hoya. And I'm not an Oscar fan, but he doesn't have that. I think Canelo Alvarez, to me, I told you this, is one of the most overhyped dudes I've ever seen. He's a skilled dude, but he's not what everybody tries to say he is.
Yeah, no, I feel you. Hold on, I gotta get somebody else in too, Walt. Let me get my boy Here for Boxing in the building, and then we got Mob T's Tay. Are you guys there? Can you hear me? Tucson in the building as well. Let's actually start with Mob T's Tay. Tay, are you there? Can we hear you? I can't hear you, brother. For whatever reason. Mob T's Tay, you might need to go out and come back in because we can't hear you. Here for Boxing, can I hear you? Let's say something real quick. Damn, I can't hear anybody. Tucson, are you there? Can I hear you?
It's the same thing as last week. You might as well just open the phone lines because you did the same thing last week and everybody put the thing out there too.
I see them all here. But I can't hear them.
Oh, there you go.
Are you there? Can I hear you? Somebody say something. This is so weird because certain people come in and it's no problem at all, and other people come in. So I just heard Marty.
Mic check 1 2.
Yeah, I can hear you now. There you go. Okay, I hear y'all now.
Greg, so check this.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, 2 Cent. All right, so
go ahead.
And turn the audio source to default for the microphone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I just had.
Yeah, I just did that. Yeah, I had to do that too just now.
All right, Here for Boxing. I hope you heard that. You need to do the same. All right, Mob T's Tay, we're gonna start with you. What's up?
All right, check this out. So with this Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford fight, like a lot of people saying, it's gonna be one of those. It's gonna be one of those fights. It is a super fight still technically because it's the last of this generation of Terence Crawford. With the Mayweather era being over, Terence Crawford was around in the Mayweather era. So I know with Canelo, with his losses, we seen him beat before. But honestly, with this fight, I'm looking at it like Canelo footwork ain't never been the best. Cutting off the ring is one of his flaws. That's the same reason why Triple G and him had many fights. But I can't knock his power. Like y'all was just stating, his power is on a different level. But Terence Crawford brings IQ, ring generalship. So if you really put that together, it ain't if I can outpunch you. Now it's if I can outmaster you, beat you in whatever makes you great. I'm gonna do it 2 times, make you irritated throughout the ring, and Terence is good for that. So that's why when they're trying to make this a power fight, it ain't necessarily a power fight. Terence has the higher IQ going in this fight, and it's been proven. You can see the guys that he trains around him, Shakur or anybody. Andre Ward will tell you this. Terence Crawford is the higher IQ fighter. So why try to go blow for blow, go for a knockout when you could win this fight and outclass him? Canelo feet work is he got 2 left feet. I don't see him outdoing Terence in this battle.
Okay, I feel you there. I mean, I hear the logic. I just think, man, and this is just my opinion, but I think, and those of you who supported Errol Spence, you tell me if you feel the same. Tucson, I know you supported Errol Spence, so I would love to get your perspective on this, and we're gonna go to you next.
Yo, Greg, can you hear me, Greg, or no?
Yeah, here for boxing, we can hear you.
Okay,
I can hear you.
Okay, all right, cool.
Bet. Tucson just left. Damn it, Tucson. But this is my
Tucson had a rough week on YouTube, man.
Oh yeah, what happened?
She's being chopped to pieces, man.
By who?
She go to test unprepared, man.
Oh.
Champ side put her in the deep fryer. I felt bad for her.
Champ side.
Yeah, and he put her in the deep fryer. Jesus.
Oh, I ain't see it or hear it.
She a nice girl though, but she got sauteed.
Oh damn. All right. Well, she'll come on. Let us know what happened with that. But hold on, real quick. I gotta give some love to somebody that just gave us. Sin Ironheart gave us the $5. Where was the IQ when Majamal made him miss 400 punches? All right. So real quick, man. Shit, I forgot what I was about to say. Hey man, I'm old here for boxing. You can't be laughing at me like that.
No, that was me, man. The oldest man on there. I laughed.
Man.
Oh, okay. So Crawford.
So you was going about the Errol Spence. You was about to say so. She can speak about it.
Yeah. I think what the issue is with Crawford, I just think with the Errol Spence situation, we made the same kind of, like, if you think about it in hindsight, everything that Errol had been through, the fact that, Terence Crawford was an elite fighter in terms of skill set. And then I told Jason, and Jason can vouch for this, that, as long as Errol can deal with the counterpunching, he can win. But he's going to have to come in with a high guard and take away opportunities for him to counterpunch. He's not going to be able to jab his way in like that. He's going to get countered to death. Right? And I think in the film breakdown that I did, I think I said the same thing. So, so conventional wisdom based off of the data points that were available would suggest that Terence Crawford is going to win. And that's what happened. Even though some of us thought that it was going to be a close fight, and even though we thought that, Errol Spence could win the fight, some of us. However, when you think about this situation, conventional wisdom tells you that a great big man beats a great little man. And although I think Terence Crawford is the better fighter, I still think Canelo is a lot better than what people are giving him credit for. And I think we're creating a narrative in our mind that he's not that good and that Terence Crawford should be able to go up and dust him just like he did Errol Spence. And I think conventional wisdom actually argues against that. And a lot of people are missing that point. So that's the only thing I want to say about that. I'm going to go to Mob T's Tay, which is apparently banned up. So sick of fucking banned up. I don't know why he keeps coming around here. It's like he thinks we like him over here. And then we'll go to you here for boxing. Banned up, what's up? Or at least I heard banned up. Was that not banned up?
Yeah, I heard a different voice in the background. So I
Okay,
don't
no,
know.
Monty Times, that's not you not banned up. I'm sorry, I made a mistake there. So we're gonna go to here for boxing.
Hey,
We're gonna go for
I
here for
wanted to ask
boxing. What's
you a
up?
question.
Yeah,
I
man.
want to ask you a question. We're gonna go back just 2 years, right? Just
Yeah.
to we know what 2 years ago was.
Yeah.
So
Hold up, not the
at the
Errol Spence
time,
fight.
Errol Spence and Terence Crawford. Yeah, I just want to
Oh,
pick the mind of an Errol Spence fan. It's gonna be an easy question. Should be an easy
okay.
question.
Okay.
All right. So pre that fight, pre 7/29/23, you said that Errol Spence had the better resume, right? Is that
Yes.
fair to say?
Yes. Yes.
Errol
Yes.
had the
Yes.
better
Yes.
resume.
Yes. Yes.
And
Yes. Yes.
you also picked Errol Spence to win.
Yes. But I said it was a close fight. I had a 51-49.
And they share a division. Why would
Yeah.
you pick? Why would you pick? Why would you say Terrence is number one pound for pound if you thought Errol had every advantage over him?
I didn't say I thought Errol had every advantage over him.
Well, I'm saying let me take that back. If you thought Errol would win the fight, right? If you thought
Uh-huh.
Errol would win,
Yeah.
and you thought Errol had the better resume, if you thought Errol was the better fighter. So why would
Yeah.
you think Terrence was pound for pound number one if Errol had 3 belts and had the resume? What puts Terrence number one over Errol if you thought Errol was over him?
The same reason I thought that Shane Mosley was the number one pound for pound fighter in the sport after he beat Oscar De La Hoya, but then went up and got beat by Vernon Forrest. Because Styles make fights.
Yeah, and that's why. And you picked Errol because you thought Errol Styles will overwhelm Terrence's, right?
No, I thought Errol could potentially get in there and land some crisp shots and wear Terence Crawford down. But I also thought that if Errol could not deal with the counterpunch, he was going to get beat up.
So my question is, what made Bud number one pound for pound in the world to you if you thought Errol would win and you thought Errol had the better resume and you thought Errol was a better fighter?
Yeah, so for me, pound for pound is about skill set, but you can have the broader skill set, but it be a style that you cannot deal with. Again, Vernon Forrest versus Mayorga. Nobody would argue that Vernon Forrest is not the more well-accomplished, better fighter, and he got his ass kicked 2 times by Mayorga, because there can be a style and a specific skill that a fighter brings to the ring that you can't deal with no matter how broad your skills are.
Well, my issue is you thought that Errol was the better fighter prior to that fight. So what would make Bud number one pound for pound if you thought Errol was better?
The same reason why I would tell you, that Vernon Forrest is the better fighter, right? But in the rematch with Mayorga, I would have told you, Mayorga's going to beat him because he can't deal with this style. That's the thing. Like for me, when I look at fighters, I look at, hey, who has the broader skill set, right? So when I look at a fighter, I'll say Terence Crawford is the best pound for pound fighter in the sport because I see a broader skill set here. I'll look at the skill set of the other fighters. So let's say one fighter has a skill set, and we're going to use that conventional kind of saying. One fighter has 10 tools in his tool belt. The other fighter has, 8 tools in his tool belt. But I feel that the fighter with 10 tools in his tool belt can't deal with this 1 tool or 2 tools that this other fighter has. I think overall, for pound, I use the individual who has the broader tools, the better tools, like the higher number of tools. But that doesn't mean he beats every fighter, specifically a fighter that may have a tool that he can't deal with. Does that make sense?
Okay. Well, so with all due respect, all respect when I ask this question, did you make an educated decision when you picked Errol? Or did you make an emotional decision when you picked Errol?
I'm not offended by that at all. It was 100% partially. It was partially emotional. It was partially emotional.
When we talk about, in the black community, when somebody says somebody's emotional, quote unquote, is deemed like an insult. So I wanted to clear that out.
No. Hey, look, here for boxing. Brother, you've been here for a while. I don't take anything you say personal. I know you don't mean it like that.
Yeah, but I want to preface that because I want the audience to know also that I'm not trying to play you. You know what I mean?
Okay, I feel you. No.
I got a reputation for fucking with people on here. So.
No. You're good.
Me and you ain't on that.
No. We're good. So 100% there was a part that was emotion in it. That's why that's the comment that I was kind of alluding to when I said earlier. Conventional wisdom would have suggested that Terence Crawford is going to win. Like there were so many signs there that Terence Crawford is going to win. And my thing was, when I look at Errol, it was partly emotional because I wanted him to win. But at the same time, I thought that if he could deal with the counterpunching, meaning he keeps the high guard up and limit the opportunities for him to get countered, I thought he could win. And that's why I said 51-49. But if you would have told me, hey, he's going to go in there and try to jab his way in and try to outbox Terence Crawford from range, I would have told you he's going to get his ass kicked. Because he's not going to be able to win like that. And I'm just going to use this as an example.
He tried to fight him on the inside and got cooked on the inside. Everything
No. He was
got
getting cooked. He was by the time he was trying to get on the inside, he was already getting cooked. He was getting plastered while he was going into the inside. And using Kell Brook as an example, I remember telling Jason, I was like, he's gonna get countered when he goes in and try to just jab to Kell Brook, he's gonna get countered to death. Kell's gonna counter over that jab constantly. And that's exactly what he did. So I see little things like that where I'm just like, yo, you cannot try to jab your way in. And I just figured that DJ and Arrow are going to have the appropriate game plan, meaning you can't jab your way in. We've already seen you get jabbed over. We saw Sean Porter be able to jab over your jab. We saw Kell Brook do it. I thought that they were going to wisen up and not try that and take away opportunities for Terence Crawford, and they didn't. And so
deep down inside you felt Bud was going to win.
I felt Bud had an excellent chance to win for sure, but it depends on what strategy is employed. That all plays a part.
So all right, so moving forward to the Canelo and Bud fight now. Your position on this is there any emotion based in this where you just want Bud to get knocked out and you wishing on the star, or would educated wisdom say like, yeah, Bud has a really good chance to win this fight and he could win this fight?
Yeah, I want Bud to get knocked out. Here for boxing.
He wants him to get knocked out.
Yeah, I want him to get knocked out. Everybody know that. But hold on. But here for boxing though. I do believe Terence Crawford, and I've stated this on the record that I believe Terence Crawford has an opportunity to win this fight, right? I think everybody's heard me say that. I have it 60-40 that Terence Crawford has an opportunity to win this fight. But there's no, in Canelo's favor. But you have to admit, 40 for Bud. But here for boxing, you have to admit this, right? We have not seen Terence Crawford at 168. This is a damn hard fight to try to figure out. Because we all know that Terence Crawford is the more skilled fighter. We will all concede that. I think everybody in the chat will concede that. I think where it goes wrong for me, this is just my personal opinion, is we are making assumptions about Terence Crawford at a weight that we've never seen him at, right? Sure. And then I think people are trying to diminish Canelo Alvarez so that they can promote Terence Crawford and say, oh, Bud's going to go there and win. Bud's going to. Canelo's a damn good fighter. Real quick? Yeah. Go ahead, Walt.
The reason why I think Terence is going to be able to handle that weight, because if he was a dude that fought at 147, that walked around at 160 all the time, Terence is known to walk around at 180, almost 190. It's like, I just feel like he's going to be able to function at that weight. I just do.
It's just
because
different.
I think his skill set to Canelo's, and I watch his fights over like this stuff. And I see mistakes he makes that other guys don't capitalize on because he fights a bunch of bums. And
I don't disagree with what you're saying.
Think if Terence fights smart, he wins this fight going away. It's going to be, I think it goes 12 rounds, but I think if he fights smart, like I said earlier, the first 6 rounds, he should be able to build up points for the rest of the fight.
Listen, I think Terence Crawford can win, but when where I deviate from your logic is when you say that he can win going away. And my thing is like Terence Crawford, yes, he walks around at 180. I walk around at 215, but I couldn't fight I couldn't fight at like freaking heavyweight.
But you're not a pro like he is, man.
No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
It's gym in between fights.
Yo, that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter.
The dude at 168 that's in the camp said Terence spars with him in between his fights at 147.
Oh man, that dude sucks.
Like 180.
That dude sucks. Go ahead here for boxing.
I just really think he's going, because I don't see Canelo like everybody else sees him. That's what
I know.
Thing.
So I hear, and that's where you might go wrong. But go ahead here for boxing.
So I'm gonna give you 2 things to consider talking about this weight jump. So generally, guys don't get a full year in a month to acclimate to that new weight. So Bud knew he was going to get the Canelo fight before he fought Madrimov. Madrimov was like the prepper, you know what I mean? So when he fought at 154, you giving this dude 13 months to prepare for a new weight class. So he's used to carrying his weight. It's not as if he's doing it after he's doing the 3-month jump. Like he went from 154 in August and then fought Canelo in December at 168. He's had a full year to acclimate to his body. He's had a full year to adjust to different sparring partners. And you'll never find a guy quite like Canelo to spar against, to prep for. However, he's in camp with Steve Nelson for the last 20 years of his life. He's used to fighting bigger guys, training bigger guys. So it's not like he's just walking in there and just going to feel 168 pounds for the first time. He's had over a year to prep for this. He's had over a year to get guys in camp that are 160, 175 pounds to move around, to muscle around, to wrestle with. So I think he'll go in there and he'll be very comfortable. It's not just him just jumping up 2 weight classes after 6 months. He's had over a year to prep for this. His body's ready. You know what I mean?
Can I give you something? Can I give you something back?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, no doubt.
So number one, I think he's had a year to adjust to the weight. I don't think that's accurate. Terence Crawford, and I think a lot of people are forgetting some of the things that have actually occurred over the last few months. Terence Crawford was actually injured. He had some kind of hand injury, and that was the reason why he wasn't coming back in May. And that's the reason why he was skipping a May fight to get ready for Canelo, just going straight to Canelo. So that's number one. So this whole thing that he's been training for over a year, I don't think that's true. Number two,
is that a rumor or confirmed? The hand, is that a rumor?
It was out there. That's all I'm gonna say. It was out there. So let me get. Hey, listen. Here for boxing, you gotta stop with the bullshit now. You gotta stop with the bullshit. But okay, but let me hit you with my second point though. Let me hit you with my second point. How many times in that 1 year? How many times has Terence Crawford actually fought at 168?
Never.
Okay. Is sparring the same as actual fighting?
If you get real.
No,
hold on. Okay. So this whole notion that Terence Crawford has had a year to prepare for Canelo Alvarez and acclimate himself for the weight, all he's had to do, let's say that's true. Let's say he's been doing this since the end of the Majima fight, which we know is not true because he didn't know he was getting the Canelo fight until Canelo actually shifted gears and went with the Turkey deal instead of PBC. No. I know that to be 100% fact. 100% fact.
Dark and come to the light later. That could have been being worked on for a while. You know what I mean?
No. Here for boxing, I'm telling you that's not right. Like I know for a fact what was happening back in December, and it was not Terence Crawford. I know that for a fact. I'm not going to say this is a source. These are sources, but this is a strong source. That is not true. So Terence Crawford has not known for the past year that he was getting the Canelo. He's wanted the Canelo fight for the last year, but he has not known it. And then not only that, when Terence Crawford is on record of stating that that he didn't find out that the fight was going to actually happen until the situation happened with Turkey eventually announced the deal, because he was like, hey, what's going on? He was like, da. So at the end of the day, he's been preparing for a year is not accurate. Now, that is what you guys wish for, hope for, but it's not what's happening.
Unless he knew he was getting it. Unless
he never. I'm telling you that there was no interaction with Turkey Al-Ashi and Canelo Alvarez until sometime a little bit before that fight actually happened. Like Greg, it was probably or that deal happened. It was like a month or so.
Greg,
yeah, go ahead.
If we're being honest about the two fighters, right? We've watched Canelo's whole career. All of us probably on this line have. And every time Canelo fights a guy, a few times with really, really skill sets, we'll go Floyd, we'll go Bivol, we'll go, what's the Cuban? I always forget the Cuban brother's name, who kind of beat him, you know what I'm saying, who's not as good as Crawford. That skill set is like his kryptonite. That's why he always stayed away from guys like that. So to me, if like my man here from Boston said, if Crawford can be, to me, if he's 90% of himself at this weight, he's going to win this fight.
If he can take the power, he can win. We all, I don't think anybody's arguing
Canelo has to land, too. He has to land. It's like, if he fights smart.
Well, hold on. Now, hey, dude, we've seen everybody land on fucking Terence Crawford. Let's stop acting like he's Floyd. Everybody has landed on Terence Crawford. Everybody.
But we know Bud affectionately call Bud super nigga. And that's what y'all going to start referring to Bud as.
Hey, listen, here for boxing. See, this is blasphemy. See, you're starting to bring blasphemy here. You're talking similarly to what these other guys say, that he can jump a building in a single bound. He's faster than a locomotive. Come on, man. Let me ask you this here for boxing. Let me ask you this.
Shakur Stevenson, his defense is like Floyd, and he trained Shakur, who be in the gym with Shakur all the time. But Bud
still ain't got that skill.
Bud got the similarities.
Hey, Greg.
No, he don't.
Greg, you're saying that to me. I'm on here too. When here for boxing, what you said earlier was me, because Greg remembers I picked Errol in the fight, and it wasn't because I thought I said to Greg and them that I thought Terence was a better fighter. I was all about emotional. because I was a PBC dude. I never liked really Top Rank. It wasn't because of Terence, just never liked Top Rank. But I knew going to that fight that it was going to be difficult because how skilled. I had Bud as one of the best fighters. You know, I'm 62 years old. I had him up and my top guys. You know what I'm saying? So when I look at Canelo, I never had Canelo. Like I said, I've never had Canelo there. So my thing is, if Bud is smart, I keep saying it, this fight could not be as bad if he as big as tight as you're making it, Greg. I really think, because I've just seen Canelo tire out. If Bud fights like smart, like I know he can, he's not gonna fight Canelo like you think he's gonna just come in there and run in like them smaller dudes. He's gonna fight smart, just like here for boxing said. He's in there with these crafty cats, and they're saying they can't do nothing with him. Canelo ain't that dude.
Man, I hope this dude get knocked in the dirt so bad, boy. I want to hear all you cry. No, because y'all don't. No, hold on. Here for boxing. Here's the issue that I got. You guys cannot see a world with Canelo Alvarez. I can see a world where Terence Crawford
I never
wins.
said that.
Okay, it doesn't sound like it.
I'm not
It
saying
doesn't sound like it.
win.
You can see if the judges got Canelo favor, if it's a close fight and Bud winning and the judge just favor him, I can see Canelo pulling off. If certain judges like them other fights when Canelo, you know.
See, this is the reason why I hope he goes in the dirt.
One judge made it a draw.
Hey, Tay, you right there, and your comments right there is the reason why I hope he goes into the dirt. That is the reason right there.
Greg, if Bud wins, do we see the documentary?
No. I hate him. I hate and I hate you too if you win.
So why don't you make another documentary? Why don't you have one for either way it goes?
So you know what? I was actually thinking about trying to structure the documentary that I'm currently working on to whether he wins or not. And so that's kind of what's taking me a long time, because I'm gonna tell you guys something. Documentaries are actually pretty tough because it's challenging to actually find. It's challenging to write it up. It's challenging to sequence it. It's challenging to get the appropriate kind of videos to support it. So thinking about it in multiple ways of how it could go makes it even tougher. Now, I'm trying to work on it right now. Hopefully, you know, I've gathered a few different pieces. Either way it goes, it'll probably be called The Truth Behind Canelo versus Terence Crawford. But and we'll see how it ends up happening. Hopefully, this is what I'm here for boxing. This is what I'm imagining, right? It starts off with me commentating, right? I'm using my voice this time. It's me commentating, and it starts off with a video of Terence Crawford flat on his back. And it's a close-up. I zoom in so you can kind of see the daze in his eyes. And I'm like, how did we get here? Right? That's how I'm starting it off.
Real quick, Greg. Somebody wrote in the comments, I ain't going to tell you I ran your page. Somebody wrote Canelo trash, and somebody timed him out for 60 seconds in the lead of his comment. Come on, man. Y'all can't be doing that, bro.
Yeah, no, I agree. Please don't time people out for stuff like that, man.
These FSG dudes deleting Canelo trash comments, and they ain't even say nothing crazy. Come on, y'all. Don't do that.
Come on, man. Let's not do anything. If people are hold on. Let me set the rules real quick. If people are not saying something racial or derogatory or disrespecting people and stuff like that, let's not do that. Let's make sure that if it's just an opinion that you don't agree with, I mean, don't time it like. All right, hold on. Somebody got their video going or something. I can hear like a repeat.
Out for nothing, bro.
Greg.
Oh, hold on. I'm sorry. I got to get a few people. So let me let my boy ASVP TV in, and then I got my boy. Hold on, I got Band Up, and then I got Ty Bossman in. So let me get Band Up. Band Up, you go first.
Greg, I got to get ready for work, so I'm gonna tap out of here. It was a pleasure talking to you fellas.
Same, man.
I got one more question before I go. Are you narrating the documentary?
Of course.
At any point in that documentary, are the words Errol Spence wasn't himself that night uttered?
No.
All right, I'm out of here. I'll talk to you later, bro.
All right, appreciate it.
All right, y'all take care, man. Enjoy your Sunday.
All right, later. Band Up, what's going on with your fam?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh yeah. Hey, bro, I'm gonna send you this picture, and when he win, I'm gonna need you to just put this put this, you know, in your little square or something. You know what I mean? Just put this picture somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna need you to do that for me. Number one.
Trying to figure out what
Number
this
two,
picture is, man.
You was throwing them straight shots at your boy earlier, and I had nothing to do with it.
What shots did I send to you?
Me. It wasn't even me earlier. That's the cold part. You know what I mean?
What shots did I send you, man?
Up here and cook you a little bit.
What shots did I send you? I love you, brother.
You want your boy. But hey, my question is, what version of Canelo do you think you about to get? What do you? Huh?
Can you elaborate on that a bit?
What shots I send you?
No, you man. No, you say no. You said. No, I know it's all love. I know it's all love, but no, you was like, you said, you thought whoever the hell called early like that. Something funny as hell.
Oh yeah. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I was just messing with you, man. You my boy.
Oh yeah. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I was just messing with you, man. You my boy.
Oh, I know it's all love. It's good. But like I said, what version of Canelo do you believe we're finna get?
The same version we've been seeing over the last few fights.
The same version we've been seeing over the last few fights.
And you think his footwork and his performance was able to even keep up with William Skull in that last fight? You think that's good enough? You think how he was moving in that fight is good enough? He can move. Huh?
Yeah, that's good enough.
Yeah, that's good enough.
Fuck no. Okay. And that's bro, because you talking like we're about to get this supreme top dog Canelo, like he's still that nigga. Okay, so and another thing I gotta ask, what do you know what I mean? You try to gas us, you know what I mean, talking about Crawford fans this, Crawford fans that. Bro, it's not only us saying this. You got people like Bivol saying that he think Crawford will win. You got some of the legends saying that, you know what I mean, think Crawford will win. So why is it so fetch when we say it, but it ain't so fetch when they say it?
Who are the legends?
I think Floyd said who was going to win. There was a list. I can look it up. I can give you a list. No. You said what?
Floyd didn't say he was going to win.
Floyd didn't say he was going to win. Hold up. Yes, he did. And I can look up. There was a list that I had on here on my phone.
Man, you better start looking at them fake boxing, them fake AI boxing channels.
Nah, bro, I don't do no AI bullshit. You know, a band up don't even come with that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, but this picture's hard as hell though, and I'm gonna need you to post this.
Negative.
Yo, is it the one with my man sitting on his throne?
Yes, that bullshit. Yes, that bullshit.
That picture's nice, man. Greg, that should be your post picture from now on.
Hey, Walt. You guys gotta stop with the bullshit now.
You gotta stop with bullshit.
Hey, Banda, cut off your YouTube. It's doubling up.
Hey, Banda, cut off your YouTube. It's doubling up.
Hold on, let me see something. Oh, it's probably still in the what's it called? It's probably still on my phone.
Well, hold on, Banda. While you working on that, let me switch to Boss Man Ty. All right, Ty Boss Man, what's going on?
Hold on, Banda.
Boss Man Ty, what's up? Boss Man Ty, I don't think your stuff's set up correctly, man. So we're gonna move over to 2 Cent. 2 Cent, man, your boy here for boxing tried to put you in the matrix, man. He said you got cooked by somebody named Champside. I don't know who that is. 2 Cent, you there? Okay, Ty Boss Man, lucky you got your camera working, but I don't know if your mic working. 2 Cent, you there? Okay, everybody quiet now. Everybody quiet.
I'm here. I didn't hear him.
Okay, we gotta go. We gotta go to my boy Pork Chop.
Hey, I'm gonna just tell you this.
I'm sorry. Band up. You echoing, man. So I had to mute you, man. So let me go. I'm gonna go to someone else.
Am I still echoing?
Let me go.
Yeah. You still echoing.
Still echo.
All right. Real quick. Yeah, we can hear you. Okay, hold up. 2 Cent. Let me get ASVP TV, and then I'm coming back to you. ASVP TV, what's going on?
Let her go and go. Let her go.
Okay, let her go and go. Okay. 2 Cent, what's going on with you? Like, what's going on, man? They put it out there that you got cooked. I don't believe that by somebody named Champside. I don't even know who Champside is, but what's going on?
Exactly. I was gonna have a conversation with somebody, and he's going to repost it and say it was a debate and he cooked me. When I literally said I didn't come over here to debate you, I just came over here to have a conversation in the video. So, you know,
Where did he post it?
Huh?
Where did he post it?
It's on his channel.
Oh, I don't even know.
Because you don't even know nothing about it. But anyway, so what I was saying.
I'm sorry. Let me not be funny. I know who Champside is, but I don't go to his channel. Go ahead.
But you don't.
No, I don't go to his channel.
Hey, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you, Ty Boss Man. But get 2 Cent. 2 Cent left. So Ty Boss Man, go ahead.
Yeah, what's up, man? Hey, who's the last guy that was he was up here, he said Shakur's defense is like Floyd.
Yeah, that's here for boxing, man. That's here for boxing.
He was on something. He was hot.
Nobody's like Floyd, man. But you got to let these guys say what they're gonna say, man. They feel like, you know, Shakur got good defense, but he's not like Floyd.
Hell nah.
Nope, not even on the same planet.
But go ahead, Ty Boss Man. What you got? Oh, that wasn't here for boxing. That was Tay that said that. My apologies, here for boxing. I shouldn't have put that.
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you, 2 Cent.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. You know who these guys are on the internet. I don't get it. You making up a win and manufacturing a win. I don't get it. But it is what it is. Whatever dudes got to do to validate themselves. But
hey, man, listen. Don't worry about that.
What you say?
Well, first of all, don't worry about that. Secondly, I don't know, man. Like, I don't go on my channel, here's one of the problems about boxing, and this is just my opinion, but you guys can tell me if you feel differently. Certainly you guys that's on the panel and those of you who are in the chat, but there's this thought that you have to be the foregone expert at boxing and everything is like this competition. And I cooked you, and take it. Like, I don't take stuff that I've said or conversation that I've had and reposted it. It's really for dialogue, conversation, and enjoyment for the sport, and not necessarily to win a debate. If you're trying to win a debate, and that's the highlight of your day to the extent that you need to take a clip from it and post it, then that tells me that your life is pretty sad. Sorry.
Exactly. And then you making shorts about me too, Greg. You see how these dudes do me on here? You see how they start acting? You see how
who made it short? Who made it short?
You see how I bring the bitchness out of a nigga? They get around me and start acting, tuck their dicks and start acting like straight bitches. I don't understand.
I think she's talking about ASVP TV, but I digress.
I ain't watched the video.
I'm talking about a whole lot of these DL niggas in the YouTube street.
She had it coming.
But anyway,
what coming? Go ahead, 2 Cent. Go ahead, 2 Cent.
I really was coming up here to talk about because I was doing something else. I don't know what y'all was talking about, but the whole Bud Crawford Victor Conte thing. I think that people don't realize that the way that they're acting and responding, it makes him look even more guilty. Like, I don't think people realize that, because there's no reason to be so defensive. People can have their own opinion. The person he's connected to, the things this person has done, the things that this person is capable of getting away with. I don't understand why it's not a reasonable suspicion. You putting on 50 pounds in 2 weeks and people looking at you like, how can you do that? It's a reasonable suspicion with connected to. So
hold on. Everything you said was valid.
Keep running around, name calling, posting videos.
All your suspicions are valid. But 50 pounds in 2 weeks, come on now.
I can't understand why this conversation got these dudes sticks in a bunch. I don't understand why they so mad that Tank Davis is a Hall of Famer. You can look at the man's resume. The only people that are saying Tank ain't a Hall of Famer and he ain't called nobody and he ain't doing this, they're being emotional. Because if you break down the resume, you look at the fact, you can deny that people can't believe that Gervonta Tank Davis will be a Hall of Famer. If you break down the facts, you can't deny that Gervonta Tank Davis' resume is better than his counterparts. The only reason you would sit up here and try to say that Shakur Stevenson resume is better than Tank's or Devin's resume is better than Tank's It's because you being emotional. Like that's the only reason you would say that, because factually his resume is better. His career is better.
I would actually argue that Devin's resume is slightly better. Shakur's resume is not even close.
How, Greg?
Yeah, but Greg, people keep saying that with the Devin one. You have to take that undisputed off because he won.
I'm not talking about undisputed. I think
anybody in the history of the sport.
I think, and let me clarify something. I think number one, Devin's willingness to fight everybody has been part of the reason why I give him that. And I think Lomachenko is better than anybody that Gervonta Davis has on his resume currently. But I do think Tank. But I do think Tank has a strong resume. That's the difference. That's it. I think Tank has a very strong resume. I think Devin is. I can see where an argument is to make that Devin's resume is slightly better.
Fight is his only real big fight.
But Shakur,
the undisputed is trash.
But let me get real close to the mic when I say this one. But Shakur?
Oh yeah.
Fuck no.
But how is Devin resume is better than Shakur's, but I don't think it's better than Tank's. I don't know how you how would you come to that?
Because I give him the benefit of the doubt in terms of willingness to fight people. Like the Regis Prograis fight is honestly like that's kind of died down a little bit. He really got his ass whooped by Ryan. But I think Lomachenko is better than anybody on Tank's resume, and that's why I give Devin the slight edge. I'm sorry, say that again.
You think Loma's win is better? Loma already had losses though. Loma had losses when he fought Devin.
Man, Loma's better than all those guys, man. Like I mean, I think like if I'm not arguing, like if you feel that Leo Santa Cruz, Barrios going up in weight, Frank Martin, and who else he had? What was the guy named? Pedraza. If you feel that those 4 wins are make Tank a better, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. I just see like Devin. I think Devin has some really solid wins as well. I give him a slight advantage.
But who are them solid wins? Loma. That's the only one I can think of.
Yeah, that's fair. Cause I'm sitting here starting to think about it now. Y'all might convince me because I thought Regis was a great win, but then Regis, like, we saw what happened with him with JoJo Diaz last night. He looked like ass. Did you see the fight before Regis fought Devin? Yeah. I saw that too. No. Fair point. All fair points. Like, I'm not arguing that. Fair points.
In 2 cents, you got to stay away from Champ Side and BFTV because you could say they're like Trump. You could say they say Devin's like God, man. They have Devin like God, man.
I thought Champ Side was cool though.
Not when it comes to Devin. I love Champ Side, but not when it comes to Devin, man.
I never got shit from Champ Side.
Yeah, lately he has, man, because he's been acting like Devin's walking on water, and I Devin's a good fighter, but the way they talk about him like he's Floyd, man, and I just never got that. I've never seen anything, any shape, form of Devin's whole career that reminded me of Floyd. I said this before. He reminds me of Floyd's dad. I'm old, man, so fights kind of like him. I've seen the
BFTV. I've seen the BFTB guy. I've seen him around a couple of times. Yeah, he's heavily in the camp of Devin. You know, man, hey man. Hey, salute to the guy. I get it. Like here's what I'm
these dudes be starting with me and say something they want to cry. Like I don't be understanding that.
I mean, man, you know, dudes are sensitive, man. I mean, ASVP TV, man, that's one of my dearest friends in the sport of boxing, ASVP TV, but he's sensitive, man. He real sensitive. Ain't that right, AS?
That's crazy.
You're not sensitive?
I know one thing ASVP's right about. He's right about profit.
But hold on real quick. I ain't give my boy ASVP TV the floor yet, so I got to give him the floor real quick. ASVP TV, man, shoot it off, man. What you got?
Okay, so I seen y'all was talking about the VADA stuff with Conte. He basically, from what I remember, I think he put those results out. I saw it when he initially posted, but I just kept scrolling. I ain't really looked too much into it. The only conclusion I could come to of why he would have that is if he sponsored the test. Now, if he sponsored the test, I don't think it's crazy that he would have got a copy of the results. I
But
don't
why
know
would he sponsor the
the dealings
test?
of it though.
Why would he sponsor the
I
test?
don't
That
know.
just
That's
don't
what
make
I'm
no sense.
saying. That's what I'm saying. That's the only way I can see him getting a copy of the results is if he sponsored the test. And I figure if they with Snack as a sponsor, maybe he could have sponsored the test, because I hear the test could cost you from anywhere to 11 to 13 bands. You know what I'm saying? So, but hey, I don't really know. I encourage everybody though to go watch the Untold documentary, The Hall of Shame. Watch that, come to your own conclusions about Victor Conte. You know, but I understand everybody got your doubts and all that. Like, I get what Two Cents was saying up until she said 50 pounds in 2 weeks. Like, that ain't, I don't know. I don't believe all that. What I'm saying is, though, he been out for a year. So it ain't crazy enough. It ain't really far-fetched for me to see him putting on weight and not him getting in the pre-camp and in the camp and start getting back, start getting right, start toning up, start cleaning everything, you know, start getting right for the fight. You know, that ain't really far-fetched for me because he's been out for a year. You know, but if you got questions, Greg, I believe you could get Victor Conte on here and talk to him yourself. Because he
Nah,
went on
I
Marty
think
a few times, and he got a
Yeah,
small
I
face
don't think
belief.
he'll come back, man. I don't think. But here's my issue with what you're saying, right? Wasn't Terence Crawford just talking about fighting Sebastian Fundora back in March? Talking about yeah, we got to make that fight happen. Da 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 da. This, that, and third, or something like that. Wasn't that happening back in like March or
You said
earlier in the year?
And
March this year?
and Fedora don't pull his
Yeah.
card.
I don't remember that.
No. There were still conversations about the Fundora stuff back in March, so we can't sit up and say that he's been preparing for Canelo like all this time. Was it not back in March, or
I
maybe
ain't
it was
say that.
earlier in the year? I'm trying to remember.
Hold on. I didn't say he was preparing for Canelo. I just said he was out for a year.
It was
Or maybe it
last
was
year.
I don't know if
maybe
he
it was
was.
late 2024, but somewhere he was
Yeah.
talking about that. Like we keep going back from the date of which he fought Madrimov. But after the Madrimov fight, there was a lot of that was September. There was a lot of conversation about Fundora, and Fundora is ducking him and da 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 da. And then we had the video of Fundora saying, "No, this is what happened." And I thought that was either late last year or early this year.
That was
So
back in the 2024. Because remember, the assumption was that Fedora had an injury after the Tim Tszyu fight. I think the injury was a broken nose. That was the assumption. And then
yeah,
you went and posted the video, did a video on the interview he did where he said that wasn't true. He was good to go and all this and that. But also, I want to say around that time, like September, not September, but I remember Mike Cobbinger posting a poster saying that the Spence fight was on with Fundora. So I don't know what the deal is
I see
with
a
that whole
video of
situation,
Sebastian Fundora
but
saying he
I
don't
do
need Crawford from
recall
March.
Samson downplaying that fight. I remember Samson downplaying that fight in his interview on TVV. He was adamant about getting Spence in the ring, and he said Crawford not an exciting fighter. And I recall him saying that he said Bud not entertaining. And then Ness called him out on that because that was straight bullshit. You could say, oh, he don't sell, do this and that, but I think him saying that Bud wasn't an exciting fighter, that was just bullshit. I don't even think he wanted that fight. Maybe Fundora wanted to
Yeah.
fight,
I don't even
but
like Crawford, and I
Samson
can't
didn't want
agree
that
to
fight
that.
for him, man.
Yeah.
He didn't want that
Yeah,
fight
I
for
agree.
him. I mean, for Fundora, man. But, you know, everybody can have their opinions. Everybody can have their doubts about the testing and all that. I'm not gonna go back and forth with you on that. You know, until he tests positive for something, shit, I don't really pay it no mind. You know, it is what it is at this point. I can't change the fact that Conte is a shady character because I watched that documentary. And some of the stuff he was saying compared to the athletes that he worked with, compared to their responses, stuff just wasn't adding up. You know what I'm saying? You know, I went into the documentary thinking that maybe he had turned a new leaf because every podcast I done seen him go on, he tell the truth, he say what he did, he don't deny his guilt. And he go on podcast, like I said, Manager Marty and all them. he go on podcast with some of his biggest detractors, and he own up to what he did every time, you know. So I kind of give him a little grace in the fact that maybe he could be trying to do better, but then again, hey, I don't know. So can't prove it. I can't prove that he guilty. Can't prove that he innocent at this point. So, you know, it is what it is.
I feel you. All right, we got a couple other people in the building. Let me make sure I get them in as well. Let me see.
Hey, Greg, for
Who am I
real, you
missing?
finna have to get here for boxing dude up out of here. He being disrespectful to Miss Barbara D. Like it's
Who?
getting outrageous. They getting outside themselves.
Hold on, who being disrespectful to Miss Barbara D?
Here for boxing.
No, I can't block my boy here for boxing, but here for boxing, man. Come on, man. We can't be disrespectful to Miss Barbara. That's where you see him being disrespectful.
It's best you not even talk to me. I'm not gonna play nice today. Let's leave it here for now. Like, why are you talking to Miss Barbara D like that? These dudes ain't got no respect. But go ahead, y'all.
Yeah, my fault. I'm just trying to read it. Yeah, I don't really trying to see it. Let's just make sure that we're respectful of everybody, guys. That's it. We got to be respectful of everybody. All right, Ty Bossman, I didn't get the opportunity to let you talk, man. What's going on?
Yeah, man. I don't get why everybody's well, not everybody necessarily, but like a good number of these Bull fans, they underestimate Canelo's capabilities up at 68. We've never seen Crawford fight up there, so I don't get why they come to the conclusion that Canelo is just all strength and size and nothing else. But they gonna be in for a rude awakening.
I've been saying the same thing. I think this is just my opinion, guys. But I go back to the Errol Spence situation, and I think we were looking at, Walt, you know this, we were looking at best case scenario in the situation. And I think if we were using conventional wisdom, we probably would have all came to the conclusion that Terence Crawford was going to win the fight. Conventional wisdom suggests that a great big man beats a great little man. I don't care if you guys think Terence Crawford walks around at 180, 190 pounds. Doesn't really matter.
A great big man. He's a good big man.
No, he's great. No, he's great. He's gonna show you. He's gonna show you on 13. He's gonna show you on 13.
I just never seen him be great. I
okay.
Seen it.
So can I make this question to you?
Maybe his greatest performance was against a Spence that came from 2 car accidents. That's about it.
I was gonna make the same comment. I can make the argument that based off of the opponents that were in the ring with Terence Crawford, that he's not that great. As a matter of fact, that's part of the reason why I've always doubted Terence Crawford to a certain extent. I see a great skill set, but at the same time, I'm like, man, is it really that great of a skill set? Because it's like, listen, I've seen Terence Crawford be very strategic in how he's moved his career. And I can't help but notice that. So maybe he is as great as all you guys say that he is. But
thanks, Greg. Hey, could you keep it there? Could you keep it there? Matchmaking. That's what made Crawford.
Yeah. Let me finish real quick. It's a struggle for me to delineate whether or not it's matchmaking or truly a level of greatness that I have not seen in a long time. That's the struggle for me. And even in this situation with Canelo Alvarez, he didn't want Canelo originally. It wasn't until you start to see and hear and talk about the decline of Canelo Alvarez, and then it seems like, again, an opportunistic Terence Crawford that we've seen in the past, where he thinks that this guy slowed down enough that he can beat him. So that's kind of where I'm like, where it feels for me.
So hold on.
Go ahead.
Let me just say this one thing real quick.
Hold on.
Greg,
go ahead, Walt.
You can say that about Terence's resume, but say Canelo's resume is just as bad. I keep saying, name me the big win on Canelo's resume.
Let's not get far off track real quick. So, Greg,
more dangerous and better than anybody on.
Hold on. We all talking at the same time. So let me answer Walt's question real quick. I think everybody's on Canelo resume, including Triple G, is better than anybody on Terence Crawford resume. Okay, now I need to go to
You saying Rocky
ASVP.
Fielding, Javier Darren were better than dudes like
No,
that?
I said Triple G is better than anybody on Canelo.
That's it.
Excuse me, Terence
I
Crawford.
said to you before, that's his biggest fight. Triple G, that's it.
So what? It's still better than anybody on his resume. Okay, let's go to ASVP TV real quick, and then we're gonna go to Supreme, and then back to Boss Man.
So you saying Bud being strategic and picking his opponents?
In some situations, yes.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. But at the end of the day, you can't. I mean, some stuff out of your control. You got to fight the next man up. Whoever
Fair.
in front of you, whoever present themselves to want to get in that ring. You know what I'm saying? We can go back in time to 2018. He called out of Spence. Matter of fact, when he moved up to the division,
They didn't want that fight.
he called out Keith Thurman.
But what you call is on the record. Bomac is on the record, basically stating that they really didn't want that fight right when he first got in the division.
It's on the record too. Thurman wanted Jeff Horn when Horn had the WBO title.
Fair.
And then they told Bud to go get a belt. Bud, when he got the WBO title, all of a sudden it don't mean anything.
No, the WBO is not a real belt. That's not a real belt. We said go get a real belt. That's what we said.
See what I'm saying? What was the belt set, Greg? You got one
PBC.
over there in the UK. What was the other one?
PBC, you need to come on over, come across the street.
At the end of the day, that's the problem. That's what all the hate lies. That's where all the vitriol come from. He wasn't willing to cross the street. He walked to the beat his own drum. He gonna move how he wanna move. And at the end of the day, if you look at the position that he's in now, in comparison to his contemporaries at that time, he made the right decision. He made the right choice every step of the way. So that's what I'm saying.
Canelo's biggest win, most people thought he lost.
Yeah, and then, okay, on top of that, I'm going to ask you this. Since you're saying Canelo, you trying to imply that Canelo on the decline. Is Canelo a great fighter? Is he a great fighter right now?
Not to me. I don't think he's ever been a great fighter. Not to me.
No, I'm saying Greg, because Greg picking Canelo. Is Canelo a great fighter right now?
I'm not picking anybody. I'm not going to make an official pick.
But Greg, is Canelo a great fighter right now, though? Is he a great fighter?
That's a great question. I would say he's a really good fighter at this moment in time, but I could argue that Terence Crawford is not a great fighter at this time either.
Hold on. Right. Okay, so I got another question. If he's not great, who is?
He's a really good
We talk about who?
We're talking about the fighters in the game right now. Matter of fact, let's just talk about the possible opponents that Bud could have fought instead of Canelo. If Canelo ain't great, who is?
For Bud Crawford, I'm trying to make sure I understand the question.
For Bud Crawford, out of all the options Bud had,
I can't hear him.
Jerron Ennis. Jerron Ennis.
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? The jokes keep writing them to you.
Ain't no joke. He didn't want that smoke.
He did.
Oh, man.
But hold on, ASVP TV. I'm gonna come back to you. I gotta get to some other people now.
Oh, you good?
Okay, hold up. So Big Supreme ain't got the chance to talk yet. Big Supreme, what's going on, fam? Big Supreme, you there? I can't hear Big Supreme. I don't think. Can you guys tell him what he need to do when he selects when he comes in there? He needs to select the default something. Oh yeah. I can hear you now.
Yeah. So I had echo. Hold on.
I gotta get off here in a minute, a little bit.
I don't know why I had echo. Because I'm not on YouTube. But
shit.
I wanted to address the person that said that Canelo's not great. Yeah, I don't know why I'm hearing the echo in the background, bro.
Well, hold on real quick. Let me get Todd Bossman out of here real quick, and then we'll come back to you because I know you got some game to spit. Todd Bossman, go ahead and spit off what you need to spit off so you can head out.
Yeah, you mentioned Jerron Ennis, and that was a good name. That was a good name because he wasn't very optimistic about that. He was up for it with all the other big names that was on his resume.
Hold on.
He knew what time it was, especially when it was time.
Hey, Greg, I gotta go, man. Y'all have a good one.
He said it was slowing down ever since that Danny Garcia fight. Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, That fight was after the first car wreck, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. And then when you seen the Ugas fight, you start to see the decline. Like Ugas has had a trash game plan, but Errol looked like his timing was off in that fight. Like you can argue that Ugas was winning up until Errol like stopped him like the later the fight went. You know what I'm saying? So like he didn't look that good in that fight either. He didn't look that good. It's just Ugas had a bad game plan. His defense was non-existent.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that, man. I don't disagree with that.
He couldn't see a way to beat Jerron Ennis at that time when everybody was, pressuring him to fight him.
Mr. Coward, but anyway.
He know how to pick his battles
I'm
wisely.
struggling.
He do. Hey,
I'm struggling
Spence
to
ain't
take
all the
y'all
way off his
seriously when
rocker
y'all
like
say
that, man. He know how to pick his
he's a
smoke.
straight fighter.
I see he into it with Fanon too. I don't know if he really sent that attorney over to Fanon's residence, but I noticed he want to get into it with Fanon, but he ain't. Did he send a? I don't know if he sent a note to Marty, because Marty been studying this thing with him and Victor Conte. Devin and Victor Conte, everybody over there at Snacks. Yeah, he ain't sent a note to Manager Marty because Manager Marty got a lot of info. He got a lot of info on LA. And it's a documentary coming out about Conte and the fighters that he deal with. That's what I heard. Or if it's not already out.
So how do we know that? Because I saw that clip of Fanon saying that there was a fighter that said that he is defaming him, and he actually defined what defaming means. So how do we know that that was actually Terence Crawford, guys?
Exactly,
Yeah,
because
I
it
don't.
was
Yeah,
like defamation.
I don't know if it. I don't know if it was.
Wait, what you
That's why I
say,
said what
Greg?
I said. I don't know if it was Crawford that sent that attorney or what. But Fanon, I
Wait,
overheard
Greg.
Fanon
Wait, what you
saying
saying?
that an attorney stopped by his crib.
I wouldn't even pay that nigga no mind.
I see Terence Crawford didn't send the boxing outlet no letter, and boxing outlet was on his ass for months.
You got the letter? Did he show proof of the letter?
No.
Who is Ethan Lyons? These bitty Chanels, I think he's trying to say channels, but Chanels only get 100 viewers top.
Bro,
Man, why
Hey,
then?
I give you credit,
Why you
Greg,
here?
because you ain't got a chance for the rest.
Huh?
You got too many rest in your chance.
You pick for
I can't. It's too many people talking at one time. ASVP TV, what'd you say real quick?
I said, did he show proof of that he got a letter or a message from anybody from Bud County?
No, he didn't say. He just said a boxer. He didn't say anything about that. He didn't define who the boxer was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was it.
I wouldn't pay for no. I just let them guys go crazy. That stuff, like I'm old school, man. Like I'm from that generation where it all that shit talking, all that gossiping, that shit don't matter. I ain't
Oh,
like
okay.
KD gonna respond to every damn thing.
Nah, you should. You should. Hey, I gotta get here for boxing in though. Here for boxing. You there? Here for boxing. We can't hear you, brother. You still on mute. Gotta unmute yourself, big. I'm sorry. I'm saying here for boxing. Big Supreme. My bad. Barbara D just hit it with the 5 Greg, get your boy before I become diabolical on his ass. Who is my boy? Who is my
She
boy?
talking about here for boxing.
All right, here for boxing. Leave Barbara D alone, brother. Please leave Barbara D alone. Leave Barbara D alone. Barbara D is one of my dear friends. I'm gonna need you to leave her alone. Go find somebody else to bother now. And then Jay Miller hit us with the $5. That's what folk ain't getting. Terence Crawford won't test positive. None of Vic's other clients ever did, and that is the point. Oh wow.
Brick, you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I want to make a point real quick because my husband said this to me earlier, right? He was saying that it's really hard for people to, for the most part, right? It's really hard for people to accuse you of things just out the blue that people wouldn't really expect you to do, right? Like, it would be really hard to accuse Terence Crawford of cheating if his gloves wasn't busted, if he wasn't associated with Victor Conte. You get what I'm saying? It would be harder to accuse and be suspicious that you're doing those things. But since you have those things in place, then yeah, people gonna feel like it's a possibility and they're gonna accuse you of it. And then you got Victor Conte coming out giving you a test with the wrong date on it, making you look even worse. And I feel like Victor's dry snitching, in my opinion, because if you under so much scrutiny, why would you do that? Why would you make a mistake like that? Like, I can't understand why you would do that. It almost feels to me as if it was done on purpose. But that's my 2 cents about that.
No, I feel you. I love when you say that's my 2 cents about that. That's a great way to brand yourself. Great job. Big Supreme. I got to get Big Supreme real quick. Big Supreme, unmute yourself. I think I'm calling you here for boxing, but in reality, it's Big Supreme. Big Supreme, you there?
See, Big Supreme gonna call y'all out on their boots, saying Canelo.
Give me a second.
Okay. Big Supreme coming back. Yeah, he may. I mean, he may call us out by boots. That's fine too, man. Hey, man, listen, it's my perspective. Okay, it's my opinion. All right, he didn't want to smoke with boots.
You gotta consider Canelo a great fighter right now in this moment with the accumulation of everything he's done.
No, that's like saying Michael Jordan. That's like saying Michael Jordan is a great NBA player right now with the accumulation of everything he done. Come on, man.
No, that's a different level of greatness. That's different. We talking about Canelo, man. We talking about great. We talking about is he great based on everything that he's done up until this point? Is he a great fighter?
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's great today. Because we fade as individuals.
That's what I'm asking you. But
see, listen, let me tell you something. See,
he can't fade any more than Bud is, because Bud got what, 4 years? 3 years?
Yeah, but he got way more fights though. He been fighting since he was like 14.
Well, yeah, that's true.
And we know Crawford been taking easy fights. We know Crawford been taking easy fights over there at Top Rank for $3 million a fight. So we know he ain't really been training that hard or had any hard fights.
That wasn't running.
I'm not talking about that. All I'm saying is that he doesn't have the same wear and tear, whether it was intentional or not. He didn't have the same wear and tear. Period. End of story.
So you got Bud.
No, I got Canelo.
Oh shit.
Let me tell you something. And this is ASVP TV. I'm gonna tell you something. And I know you're not gonna like this, but at the end of the day, if Canelo Alvarez wins this fight and he puts Terence Crawford in the dirt, he will forever be my hero.
What you say?
He will be forever my hero if he puts your boy in the dirt. Because I want to see you come on and cry. I want to see Walt come on and cry. I want to see Here for Boxing come on and cry. I want to see everybody that can. I want to see Jason Williams here come on and cry. I want to see Juice Lee come in here and cry. I want to see everybody come here and cry. That's what I want to see.
So when Bud get him done, I want you to go on start on that documentary. We're gonna call it Super Bud, the Water Walker. You know what I'm saying? And then I want you to take a trip back to Mexico, and I want you to ask them, do they know who Bud Crawford is now? That's all I want you to do.
Well, I will give him
a way to ask them. Did they know who he was? And you claim ain't nobody know. So we gonna
listen. I will give Terence Crawford his props. In the event that he beats Canelo Alvarez, I will give him his proper props that he beat an individual that Walt said was never that good to begin with, and that many of you said has faded. That's what I'll give him.
He faded, not physically, not skillfully. I think the mentality has changed.
NHA2, hold on, real quick. NHA2, I will be live for the fight. You will not see an expression on my face because, quite frankly, guys, I don't give a damn who wins. Crawford wins, we win. Canelo win, we double win. I don't care. So I will be there live and in color. You can all see the expression on my face, but I would ask the same. And what I would also ask is if your boy get put in the dirt, I want you to come on here, turn on your camera, and I want you to look into the camera because I want to see the tears in your eyes, NHA2. You know you my boy, but I got to see the tears in your eyes. Sorry about that. ASVP TV, I want you to go live too. I want you to come on and see the tears in your eyes too.
Just so we clear, when was the last? What fight did you last do a fight party for?
Ooh.
What was the last fight you did a
Frank?
fight party for?
Was it Frank Martin versus Tank? Or was that in the? I'm always in the Discord, so it's hard for me to remember.
No, I wouldn't know you. I would have pulled up. You ain't do no party. I'm gonna save you the time. You did one for Bud versus Spence.
Okay.
And the next time you're gonna be doing a fight party, it's gonna be Bud versus Canelo.
No, that wasn't the last time we did a fight party. That wasn't the last time we did a fight party. Impossible.
You sure? Cause I must have. I ain't no way I missed that.
It's got to be Jason. Jason would tell. Hold on, I'm gonna go look at my live streams right now, man. But I know we did one since then, man. Cause that was 2 years ago, man. We did one since then. Like I don't like what you trying to imply, brother.
I must have missed it. Then. That's my fault. I must have missed it.
Yeah, we've done one in the last 2 years.
Bring the haters out. No, Bud gonna bring the haters out regardless.
Oh fuck, man.
You know,
let me ask you this, because you guys always say that I'm hating. Can we admit that whether I'm hating or not, it's good for Terence Crawford. Like I've tried. You guys need to reach out to Bud and tell Bud to come on to this channel, because listen, I have supported him. I have created an outlet that boasts his content. I have helped him become a household name around
Greg, you can't
here.
do nothing short of bouncing for Terence Crawford. If you're not bouncing, you ain't a fan.
Okay, there you go.
This is a pro-black channel.
You gotta believe he can walk on water. But that's my thing though about even with that weight that he put on, I see time and time again fighters move up and put on more weight, and it seemed like after the fight they all say it was a mistake. So I don't understand why they keep doing it.
Yeah, no, I think that's a great fight. And ASVP TV, my last fight party was Terence Crawford versus Madrimov. That was the last fight party.
Okay. So it still holds up. Terence Crawford bring the haters out.
Oh fuck. The one before that was Regis Prograis and Devin Haney. The one before that was David Benavidez versus Demetrius Andrade. The one before that was Canelo and Jermell Charlo. No Terence Crawford in none of those fights. Fuck Bud. No, I'm sorry, Terence Crawford. That's not what I mean. I don't mean fuck you like that. I don't want you to see me in the street and whoop my ass. But I'm saying fuck Bud in terms of like fight parties. Go ahead.
Look, if you reach out through the proper channels, I really believe you could get Victor Conte on here and you can ask him whatever you want. Because if he go on manager Marty stuff, he'll go on anybody's stuff. And I think he's been on BFTV. I'm not for sure, but I was there when he was on Manager Marty. And if he'll go on his platform, he'll come on anybody's platform.
I could probably
and you might get an interview.
I could probably get him on. My thing is, I'm gonna be honest with you, ASVP TV, and you know this because you've been around for a very long time. I don't really get into the whole somebody's on some shit and somebody's not. I don't really get into a lot of that shit. So I don't really care to have Victor Conte on the channel like that. Like I don't really care.
But it don't hurt to have that get that knowledge from him.
I mean, he could come on, but like I'm not gonna drill him because I don't have a passion for it like Marty.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. The haters, man, they motivated to get him on the show. So you know what I'm saying. Maybe you just not that. You ain't got the snack madness like what I'm calling it.
No, I don't have any snack madness. Like all that stuff right there. I don't really get into stuff like that. I get why people are there, but I don't get into it like that. So for me, like I actually reached out to a gentleman named Greg Doucette. Like I would love to get Greg Doucette on because he's an impartial person who has a lot of knowledge, and I would love for him to do a natty or not with Terence Crawford, but I haven't received any feedback from him yet. But like outside of that, man, like I'm not about to get on and drill somebody about all that stuff. I don't care enough.
Well, it ain't even gotta be from that standpoint. I'm just thinking like a basic interview. You know, just asking questions about his past and what exactly his role is in Snack, or does he have any dealings with Potter, on a more intimate level, just it ain't gotta be the like interrogation, It could just be like just to get some insight on the game. That's why I was telling you about Bud strength and conditioning training. Maybe he could drop some gems on like what a fighter would need to do in order to make this type of weight jump. Maybe they can give us more insight on what all
Well,
goes into that
no.
preparation.
Agreed. That's the reason why I wanted to get Greg Doucette on, because I know somebody like him would be able to really give better insight and stuff like that. But hey man, we gotta we try what we can try, we get what we can get on. I know for a fact that like for myself, like I'm very opinionated. I have very strong opinions. I express them in very strong ways. And I know a lot of people are not going to vibe with that, right? So they're not going to come on the channel because they think that I'm going to try to set them up or try to get at them. I think that's the reason why Bernie wouldn't come on. I think that's the reason why other cats have either come on and I'm also going to give my opinion, right? Like whether it's favorable to you or it's not favorable to you, I'm gonna give my straightforward opinion. So I don't mind if you come on, great. If you don't come on, okay, it is what it is.
Bernie, he not made to be doing interviews on nobody's behalf, man. He really just like the hype man.
I feel you.
That's
I feel
how I
you
see
there.
him anyway.
But anyway, man, listen, ASVP TV, I gotta wrap this one up, man. I gotta get upstairs, man, and hang out with my people, my daughters and everything. It's the first day of school tomorrow, so I made sure that they're in a good spot. But I appreciate everybody that called in. I appreciate everybody that contributed to the channel. I thought it was a good conversation today. I thought for the most part everybody was respectful. I hope Here for Boxing and Miss Barbara D can reconcile. Again, is not boxing doesn't have to be personal. It can be straight. I haven't looked at the live stream. I don't know what people were saying. Usually Jason handles that, but or the chat. Oh, hold on. Before I dip, I got to get somebody in because he just jumped in. So, Marty, what's going on, man?
What up, Manager Marty?
Marty, you got to select that. Y'all
turn your mic on default, Marty.
Marty, got to turn your mic on to default. We got to get Marty in here.
Click on the little gear symbol, Marty, and then put your microphone on default, and it should work.
Okay, Marty muted. So I'm gonna try to hold on for a second because I want to hear what Marty got to say, because I know we were just talking about the Victor Conte situation, and I know Marty follows this a lot closer than I do.
We got to get some new people in the Discord. Don't forget to tell them about the Discord.
Who, Marty?
No, the chat. Don't forget to tell the chat.
Oh, yeah. The Discord, man. We got to get new people in the Discord. That's 100% factual. Let me see if I can. How do I get the link now? I can always forget how to get the link. Okay, here we go. So this is the Discord right here. We talk boxing all the time. We got a lot of people in the Discord. I think like 70 some people or something like that. So join the Discord, man. This is right there. If you want to talk boxing, we always talking boxing in there. Come on in and have a good time. Marty, have you figured out the mic yet? $4.99 from Here for Boxing for my shenanigans. Appreciate you, fam. I don't know what's going on, man. This is let me see if I can do something else here. I'm gonna send
the gear, and then you go to audio sources, hit that little arrow, and then put it on default, and we should be able to hear you.
Yo, check 1 2 1 2.
Oh, we got you, Marty. What's going on?
Yo, salute. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right, I hear a little. All right, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We don't hear no echo. We hear you pretty clear.
Oh, this is great.
Salute the I think that's 2 Cents. I heard her voice. Salute the 2 Cents boxer. But first and foremost, I got to salute the AM Sports Media. Everybody know that I'm definitely a friend of the channel. Salute to you,
Absolutely.
Greg. Shout out to Jason wherever he's at, man. Appreciate you guys having me on.
Oh, absolutely.
I was scrolling. Oh yeah, I was scrolling on YouTube. Sometimes I watch TV on YouTube and I happen to see that you was live. I clicked on and it's just crazy because you might not know this, Greg, but I'm doing a world tour. I'm calling it the Boxing World Tour,
Mhm.
where when I see that content creators are live, I'm jumping on their panel, especially when they talk about Victor Conte, VADA testing, and the snack program. It just so happened that I clicked on and I heard my name. The guy
Yeah.
that just jumped off, I heard him say Manager Marty. It's just amazing. I just didn't even know what y'all was talking about. Fill me in.
Yeah, so they're talking about Victor Conte, or ASVP TV was talking about Victor Conte and getting him on the platform to talk, performance enhancing drugs, his background, things of that nature. And I was just telling him that I have no real true desire to get him on the platform because it's not like I'm gonna drill him, because that's never been like my area, right? Like I've never really dug into the whole, who's on performance enhancing drugs and who's not. It's just not a lane that Jason and I have gone down. So if he comes onto my platform, it's going to be more so of a, he's being asked questions, but you're not going to get anything very provocative out of a conversation between myself and Victor Conte. So that's what we were really talking about there, and that's how your name came up.
Oh, okay, cool. That's what's up. What's up? What we talking about?
Yeah,
Terence Crawford?
we were talking about Crawford. Most of it had to do with the belief that and YSM was on actually last week. And just talking about the belief that this is either a 50-50 fight, or the fact that a lot of people are leaning towards Terence Crawford in regards to the ability to beat Canelo Alvarez. And I kind of use the Errol Spence situation as an example, where conventional wisdom would suggest that Errol Spence would lose that fight to Terence Crawford just based off of everything that he had gone through and just the entire situation. And similarly, conventional wisdom would suggest that Terence Crawford can't jump 2 weight classes, maintain his speed, endurance, and reflexes while increasing his power, and be able to beat a guy that's really, really, really good. Maybe not as good as he used to be, but really, really, really good. So that's kind of the conversation.
Oh, okay. I thought y'all was talking about the paperwork. A lot of people talking about that nowadays, where that VADA
Yeah, we talked about that earlier.
document that was posted. Oh, y'all did?
Yeah.
Yeah, that the VADA document that Victor Conte posted through X, formerly known as Twitter. And a lot of people are coming from the angle of the dates being inconsistent.
Right.
But when I did my video, I actually came from a different perspective. My perspective is very simple. If Victor Conte can post this document from VADA for Terence Crawford to be tested for the Canelo Alvarez fight, and I asked Victor Conte this when he was in my face here live on my platform, where is the proof and evidence that Terence Crawford tested for any other fight while he was on the snack program? Like, for example, he fought Sean Porter, his first fight with Victor Conte and snack. Then, of course, we know he fought David Evanesian. Then, of course, we know he fought Errol Spence Jr., and then he fought Madrimov. This is a total of 4 years, 4 different fights. And there's no record of Terence Crawford testing through VADA. In fact, not only did Victor Conte not post the same document from VADA he just posted, but he told me he didn't even know if there was testing for Bud and Sean Porter, and they both were snack fighters at the time they fought. He definitely told me that there was quote unquote limited testing for David Evanesian, whatever limited testing means. And then, of course, he contradicted himself and told me that there was testing for Errol Spence Jr. fight. They were tested for 8 weeks. Then he told me they were tested for 10 weeks. And then he told me they were tested for 12 weeks. But that's not even really big point. The really big point in it all, Greg and 2 Cent in the chat, is that we all know at this point that VADA typically post when fighters are and enrolled in VADA testing. So anytime a fighter enrolls in testing with VADA, they post them on the website, their own website. And there is no record of Terence Crawford testing for VADA on VADA's website, except for in October of 2020, when he tested for his fight with Kell Brook. Anytime after that, there's no record of it. So my thing is, if Victor Conte is going to post this document from VADA, proving that Terence Crawford tested for Canelo, where are the other documents for the previous 4 years and for Terence Crawford's previous 4 fights? That would be my question.
Okay, that's actually
on this. You know what I'm
no,
saying?
it makes perfect sense what you're saying there. And NHA2, which I think he might actually be, I think he might have actually joined, but he sent me the $2. He said, ask manager Marty, how many fighters pop for PED under snack?
How many fighters popped for PEDs?
Yeah, under snack.
That we know of, and of course, I posted 2 of the fighters already, and I'm waiting to drop the other video for the 3rd one. So there were 3 professional boxers that we know of, and there was 1 baseball player. The baseball player was Marlon Byrd. I brought that to Victor Conte's attention when he was in front of me on my platform. He admitted that too. But to answer the question more directly, it was 3 fighters that we know of. Number 1, it started in 2012 with Andre Berto. I posted that information. The second fighter was in 2018 with Willie Monroe Jr. And then a lot of people forgot about this, so that's why I saved it for last. In 2017, Louis Ortiz Jr. tested positive for a banned substance under snack. And that, if y'all remember, that was one of the main reasons why the fight with Deontay Wilder was canceled the first time. And then, of course, they reconvened after the testing and everything went well. And then that's when, obviously, Louis Ortiz and Deontay Wilder fought about 2 years later. So those are the 3 fighters that tested positive under snack. And this was post Victor Conte's incarceration. All right. This is when he, claimed he changed life around, and then he came out of prison. So Andre Berto, Louis Ortiz Jr., and Willie Monroe Jr., and all this is public record. But I did post that, obviously, in videos before, but I asked Victor Conte about 2 out of those 3 fighters and Marlon Byrd. So that's the answer to the question.
Yeah, man, great answer. Great answer. Marty.
Let me ask y'all a question real quick. Y'all hop off. Then this is it. Hop off. Wouldn't it have made sense if Terence Crawford has been getting accused since, quote unquote, the Spence fight about being on snack? Wouldn't it have made more sense to be in 365 testing like Devin?
Well, I mean, the reason why I started this whole movement that I've been on for the last 15 years, and obviously we know now 2.5 years on YouTube, is when Terence Crawford dominated Errol Spence, that was the 3rd fight that he was with the snack program, and there was no record of testing. So I basically used Victor Conte's formula, what I like to call the 3-fight formula. Anytime a fighter is in their 3rd fight and their performances looked enhanced, whether legal or illegal, I'm not here to say it's illegal, but I'm just using it as a reference, that their performances look enhanced to me when they get to their 3rd fight. And this is a formula that Victor Conte has used, and he publicly stated it, that he used this formula, especially against guys like Manny Pacquiao. So I adopted his formula, using it with snack fighters. And it just so happened that Errol Spence Jr. was the 3rd fighter that Terence Crawford faced. Of course, we know the first fighter was Sean Porter under snack, and then David Evanesian. under snack as well when he knocked Diminishes out with one punch out cold unconscious. And of course, the third fight was Errol Spence. So that's what made me start publicizing it. Now, when it comes to 365 VADA testing, I'm on record that I'm saying this. And we see Victor Conte and VADA and Bill and Devin Haney. Every time I say what I'm about to say, they always counter me with something else via social media. And that is that 24/7, 365 VADA testing is a hoax. It's fake news. VADA on their own website and what the CEO and founder of VADA told me when I interviewed her live in March of 2024, she told me that VADA does not do out-of-competition testing. Now, she only told me that because I gave her the alley-oop with my question because I know exactly what VADA does, and I know they don't test when fighters are out of competition. 24/7, 365 testing. You can look on USADA's website, and they spell it out very clearly. That is when an athlete is not in competition, they are subject to be tested. And when they are in competition, and when they're not in competition, meaning that they're in training camp, they are just training, they don't have a scheduled fight, or in that case, scheduled athletes in general on USADA, because they don't test pro boxers, it's all Olympic athletes. But when they're not in training, let's say a fighter just vacationing, if they're going through USADA, they are subject to out-of-competition testing. VADA doesn't do out-of-competition testing. In fact, if you go on their website, it states very clearly that professional athletes are subject to be tested 8 weeks prior to a scheduled fight. Greg, you are really good at doing documentaries, so I salute you, and you're good at doing your research and due diligence. And you will discover, Greg, that any fighter, professional boxer, that ever tested positive for VADA, and they ended up testing positive, it was because the fight that they were scheduled to fight in got canceled. And the reason why I'm saying that is because 8 weeks prior to the fight, typically under VADA standard, is when they begin testing. If you go look at Canelo Alvarez, when he tested positive for clenbuterol, he tested positive in March because he had a fight in May of that year when he was fighting Triple G. Louis Ortiz, when he tested positive for a scheduled fight with Deontay Wilder. Anybody you name that tested positive for VADA testing, it was because they was in the 8-week window of testing from VADA because they had a scheduled fight. If they didn't have a scheduled fight, they wouldn't be tested by VADA because VADA does not do out-of-competition testing. And if they don't facilitate out-of-competition testing, then they don't do 24/7, 365 testing. And so I'll take it a step further because 2 Cents asked about someone like Devin Haney. If Devin Haney was enrolled in 24/7, 365 testing through VADA, which is what Bill Haney and everybody else been saying that he is, then you have to show me on VADA's website what application did he complete to be enrolled. Because if you go on VADA's website, they have the standard application that every professional boxer completes for the 8-week testing that VADA does. All right. There is no 24/7, 365 application. So how did he enroll? We know Victor is affiliated with VADA and he's influencing VADA. I've already cracked that case wide open. But the point I'm making is if VADA doesn't do out-of-competition testing, there is no 24/7, 365 testing. And that is the main difference, Greg, between USADA and VADA. And I didn't want to be long-winded. I hope I answered that question.
No. Good stuff, Marty. So I got a couple of questions that I want to ask you before I wrap up because number one, someone in the chat asked me. So the first one is, how is Victor Conte connected with VADA? They wanted me to ask you that. And then the second question that I have for you is that there have been rumors out there that Terence Crawford was the fighter that that sent, I guess maybe it's a cease and desist to Fanon. I don't know what exactly it was. And there are people that think that maybe it's a possibility that someone from Terence Crawford's law team or team has reached out to you. Can you confirm or deny that that has occurred? And then what is that connection with VADA and Conte?
All right, I'll answer the first question first and then go to the second. First and foremost, I pointed this out. There's not another content creator on YouTube before I got here and while I was here that pointed this out, that in 2011, Victor Conte, I got this video posted on my channel. Victor Conte was in an interview. I saved it, Greg. For the last 12 years, I've saved it. But Victor Conte in 2011, he was in an interview. And this is before VADA was officially formed, right? And so he said, his words, not mine, he was involved. Dr. Margaret Goodman was involved. Dr. Flip Hermansky, who was the boyfriend of Dr. Margaret Goodman, and a world-renowned anti-doping expert is involved. And he said they will be forming an agency, a testing agency by the name of Voluntary Anti-Doping Association. All right. He said they want to form it. He said, his words, not mine. He said, I told Zab Judah this. I told Nonito Donaire this. And I also told Virgil Hunter, who was the trainer of Andre Ward. And he said that we're all involved in forming this, and we will be implementing this in the near future. And of course, we know that obviously in 2012, 8 months after he did that interview, VADA was formed. All right. Victor Conte told me when he was on my platform, when I specifically asked him about his affiliation, he did say that he doesn't have any monetary interest in VADA. He said he doesn't have any employment background with VADA, meaning that he's not on the board of directors, because VADA is a nonprofit organization. But he confirmed with me, his words, not mine, that he put all of the pieces together by helping form that organization. He said that he connected Richard Pound, who we call Dick Pound, who is also a world-renowned anti-doping expert. And if you do your research on Dick Pound, you'll see who he is. And he is the head of WADA.
That's his real name, bro.
Dick Pound, and he introduced Dick Pound to Dr. Margaret Goodman, who is now the CEO and founder of VADA. He made the connection. He used the term connection, and he used the term involvement. And not only that, to take it a step further, you can go look at all of the things that have occurred from 2012 even till today, where you'll see Victor Conte's influence all over VADA. I mean, the question becomes this. Terence Crawford allegedly tested through VADA to fight Canelo, right? But Terence Crawford never tested this VADA document. Victor Conte did. Now, I'm not saying Terence Crawford couldn't send him this document, but when you look at the fact that these two dates are extremely different and that Victor Conte has access not just to the document with Terence Crawford, but even to the documents that he posted of Devin Haney for the last several years. And not only that, Victor Conte told me that he somehow, some way influenced the policies of VADA. Not only that, I had Tim Montgomery on my show. I interviewed him. If you don't know who Tim is, Tim obviously was on the Netflix documentary. He was one of Victor Conte's athletes that he, was peddling the steroids to back in the Balco days. And he actually told me that Victor Conte basically gave the formula to the testing agency so that he can beat them out of what he's still continuing to do. But we see his influence all over VADA. I have other things that Victor told me that I won't present on your platform right now, because by next week, I'm going to put it out there based on the words that he used, his choice of words that prove that his influence with VADA is still here. The second question is about a cease and desist that Terence Crawford allegedly sent to Fanon. I have no evidence of that. In fact, I haven't even seen any evidence of Terence Crawford's legal team sending that document to Fanon. So I don't know if that's true or not. I'm not sure. I don't know. I haven't talked to Fanon, so I don't know if they
Oh no,
sent
no,
that
no.
to him or not.
The question was more so: have you received anything?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, they haven't. No, I haven't received any cease and desist letters from no one.
Okay.
I can't
Okay.
wait to though. So if they listen, tell them to send it to me. I can't wait.
My last question, and then guys, we got to wrap it up. I got to wrap this up.
Okay.
Bernard Wright hit me with the $5. He said, "Can you ask Manager Marty who his source is for the Bud accusations?"
Say your question again, Greg. So
he said, "Can you ask Manager Marty who is his source for the Bud accusations?"
Which accusation?
Yeah, I'm not sure because I didn't hear an accusation there either. Or maybe it was something that I missed.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that I have been doing is using Victor Conte's words, Terence Crawford's words, Sean Porter's words. I got a video I'm about to drop about him shortly this week. All I've been doing is using their words and documentation. So, I mean, I don't know what accusations they're talking about, but whoever it is, they can email me. They can hit me up on any social media platform I'm on, or they can come on my show and ask me directly. I'll be sure to answer them if they're more specific about whatever accusations that they're talking about. Because I never accused, no one can find any public record of me accusing Terence Crawford of doing anything illegal.
All right.
So that's why I said to you, I'm waiting for somebody to send me some legal documentation. I'd love to see it.
All right. Well, Marty, man, I appreciate you joining, man. This was informational. I think a lot of people got something out of it, and people got the opportunity to ask you some questions about things that, quite frankly, I had not been into that level of detail. So I appreciate it. Shouts out to everybody that that joined today and everybody that gave to the channel. But I got to wrap this one up because I got to get to the wife and the kids. First day of school tomorrow. But we'll be catching up soon. And Marty, I'll ping you, man. I'll hit you up.
Anytime, bro. Thanks for having me.
All right, later. All right, good people. We will be catching up soon. Be looking out for content sometime this week. Yeah, man. Until next time, peace.